Yeah, you guys are gonna do the recap for me. So if you guys remember what happened, I'll have you guys start it. All right, we are back right now with Monsters of the Arena, episode 5. This is actually your session number 12 for us, but this is the 5th one that we've been recording and uploading. So for all you guys who've been tuning in, this party's been together for approximately 12 sessions now, and we're excited to start today's session. If you guys weren't here for last week's episode, you can go watch it, or if you don't want to, we can give you a quick recap. So I'll go to my players and ask them what they remember from last session before I give the general recap.
I recall us meeting up. We didn't. We somehow magically found the place that we were supposed to go to, considering that um, it was a bar with a secret name. We met up. We made contact with our new client. We were given a bodyguard mission, uh, and Sumi died.
That's the most summary of summaries I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You done skipped over like millions of minutes.
But Galahad, by all means, if you'd like to, you can.
Yeah, man.
Okay, listen to for specifically, we were given a mission to guard a girl, and two of our members decided they were going to go out looking for a serial killer in the middle of the night and look for evidence, and then they straight up got folded immediately with multiple warnings, and one of them ended up getting her hand cut off. That was Sumi's character and Tacita, and she proceeded to bleed out over the next 24 hours as we tried to complete our bodyguard mission knowing nothing of what happened to them, but eventually found Tacita's body dead. But we saved Jorson and we killed the serial killer, but lost the person we're supposed to guard. So now we're going to be in big heaps of trouble with the nobles that already didn't like us. So yeah, we're hated pretty much by everyone. We're making enemies by the daily and still have no idea what we're doing.
I would like to point out that the serial killer was somebody that we freed from the prison.
Correction, Gala had no part in that bullcrap. They all did.
Hey man, if you free like 50 prisoners, why not free one more? You know.
This is why. This is exactly why.
I'd like to say that guy was a G too, and he helped us out a lot. And
he did help them escape. Yeah, he did help you guys escape.
I would also like to say it was Tacita who wanted to free him, and then she ended up getting killed by him.
That's ironic. That's what we call irony in this industry.
Yeah, that's good. Andre, is there anything that you remember from last session?
I remember a fickle goddess, boxes unopened, and an ambush that sadly did not happen.
Okay, all right, cool. So to summarize, they stumbled upon Tacita's body only to find her lifeless, and without any vital signs. They tried revitalizing her, but they were not able to do so. After finding Ember's lair, which is the individual that they fought and managed to kill, a few of our party members were able to get some magical items, which they'll have to check in on a little bit later and reveal if they'd like. Otherwise, they've recovered not only the enemy's body, who's been murdering everybody inside of the warrants, but they were also able to recover Tacita's body. Now it's currently the middle of the night. It's currently midnight, and they are returning to the location of the ambush to see if they can find the person that they were trying to protect, this body. So now you guys are going to be looking for Hyla, who's the individual, the noble's daughter that you guys were trying to protect, and you guys want to return to that location. You just re-entered the main street after finding Tacita's body, and that's where we are starting right now. So you guys are out there in the street. You got two bodies slung over your shoulder, one belonging to Tacita, one belonging to the monk. And what do you guys want to do at this point?
I want to look at the street to see if the noble woman's body is still there.
It was a little bit further away than where you guys were. It's about a 15-minute walk, so you wouldn't be able to see it from where you are.
Oh, I am walking a little quicker to that destination point.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys?
I am following him, but keeping an eye around us to make sure no one's following us and watching.
Okay.
Us.
Question: Who's carrying a body? Who's carrying Tacita? That's Andre, right?
Andre's carrying Tacita.
And you are carrying the monk?
Galahad is carrying the monk.
All right, understood. Cool. So everyone's in agreement. You guys go back through the familiar city streets, taking some back alleys to avoid any kind of contact with people who may find it odd to find people slinging bodies over the shoulder as they walk through a neighborhood. And as you guys return to the location that you were at before, let me show you guys what that area looked like. One moment here. I'm just going to delete these.
So,
And if you guys want, just get all your minis and put them in one corner over here. And now we're going to return back to the location that we were at before. Let me pull it up. And as you
Can give me
arrive at the
permission
location,
also?
yes, you want permission to drop your character. Done. As you guys return to the location where the ambush had happened, you guys still see the same signs of battle that you'd been involved with earlier. Nothing seems to have been changed from what you can perceive from afar. Do you guys wish to approach?
yes.
Yeah.
Cautiously.
100%.
Okay, all right. So as you guys approach the location, let me just mark it on the map because I have to bring all this stuff back now.
It goes right here.
All right, let's make things a little bit darker. All right, here we go.
Pretty sure it was further up around
So I'm
here.
going to mark it on the map. It was right here.
Oh yeah. We had to go through this tunnel.
Yeah, this is where the area where the body was found. So you guys are now coming in. Let me just place where your minis are. You guys are over here. So as you guys approach and you cross through the area, you notice where the flame strike had hit and had evaporated some of the bodyguards that were assigned to you to help you with your mission. And as you continue walking forward past the square and you see no signs of life in bodies, you see the young lady's body. If you want, you can just make the minis smaller. It should be easier to use them that way. But anyways, and as you guys arrive at this location, you see her body, but for some reason, her shoes and her pants are gone.
That makes sense.
All right. Do we have like can I take a cloak, my cloak, and just make like a fastened skirt, like long skirt for her, where she doesn't look indecent?
You certainly can.
All right.
Yeah, so as you take your cloak and you rip it up into pieces, you lift her lower half and then place a cloak around her midsection as to maintain the dignity of the body.
Can someone else carry this monk? I'll carry the girl.
I don't think.
All right, fine. And I'll tie a rope. I'll tie up the monk with a rope and sling the rope over my shoulder, and just drag him as I'm carrying the girl.
I'll like go to the other side and like try and help you carry the corpse of the woman, since that's like the only thing that I would be able to assist with physically.
All right.
Okay, so you... Yeah,
I'll-
go ahead.
I'll offer to. Well, I'll just say it. I shall take the girl if you want.
All right, then I'll take the monk.
All right, and as you go to pick up her body, you guys are sorting through all that stuff. Who's at the back? That would be Azura. Azura, what's your passive perception?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it's a 12.
Okay. Azura, you actually don't notice this, but all of a sudden you hear a voice behind you, and he says, "What has happened here? I was informed that there was combat in this area." And as you turn around, you recognize the merchant from the Rusty Nail that had hired you for the job. And he looks at you and he says, "Is anyone going to explain why there's a body of a dead girl and you guys are carrying multiple bodies?"
Yes, I can explain, but I think it's better that we explain inside. If you don't mind.
Inside, do you think people are just going to let you enter their homes with multiple bodies?
So, do you remember the people that ended up dead that you hired us to investigate?
Yes.
And I'll like sling the monk's body forward with his legs cut off. This is the man responsible for it.
And he kind of peers at the body and he's a little bit shocked by what he's looking at. And then he kind of starts to stare at the tattoos and some of the head fold that's around the eyes of the monk. And he takes a few steps back and he starts to think and he says, "What about that one over there? The one wearing the rich people's clothing? She doesn't look like she's from
She
here.
was one of the targets. And unfortunately, she was killed before we can kill this man. So, since we were tasked with protecting her, we will have to report it to those who are interested.
As you say that where she's from, he kind of approaches the body, and then because she's slunked over your shoulder and her hair is down, he can't see her face. But as he kind of lifts the hair to look at her face, he kind of takes a couple steps back and he goes, "That's Hyla. She was murdered."
Yes, by the same man, like I said.
And you guys were tasked with defending her.
We were, and then this monk is insane and can kill people from range, in close range, and moves faster than all of us combined. So it was nearly impossible to.
So what is your plan?
Our plan was to try to get her body to the clearly very pissed off protector people that want her good, like in good health, and hopefully they have some contacts to a cleric that can revive her. Otherwise, there's no other way of bringing her back.
You should drop her body right now and we should leave. If they find out that she has died while you're on your watch, they will kill you as well.
I was afraid of that.
Hurry. Keep the monk's body and keep the young woman that came with you guys. Leave that other body right there. We have to leave now.
Leave
If you
which
wish-
other?
I was trying to avoid making more enemies. You're sure they'll kill us? You sure that there's no negotiating?
If
No
you wish to take
compromise.
your chances, you are more than welcome. But then I will have to take my leave.
Oof.
All right, I'll right behind you. Put my cloak on.
You were tasked with defend her. If that's the case and you failed in your task, then you will certainly be made to pay for it. Do you not understand that everyone must pay the blood price?
I'm wearing my cloak. Let's go.
What do you guys do?
I will kneel next to the body and say a quick prayer and ask her to forgive me for leaving her there.
I am going to take a few minutes or a few seconds to write a note. Say, hold on, I'm just going to leave a message so they don't get some wild ideas that we killed her.
I'm going to take that opportunity to quickly check the body to see if these looters left anything of value on her.
Yeah, because she was being moved from spot to spot, she didn't keep anything of value. Unless you want to take her shirt.
Don't you think about it?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a woman. I could rock that shirt.
You're not taking her shirt.
Like, we the
She
same
already is
size.
going to look indecent, and we're already going to be hunted down. We don't need to make the situation worse.
She can have mine. What's the issue?
You really think they couldn't tell that it's your shirt, or at least a shirt of not royalty importance? And I'm just going to finish my note. And I'll write a note explaining that what happened with the serial killer and that we took his body that way. It's more respectful to the girl, but we also understand that this probably makes us enemies. But at least they know that her killer was avenged. Her death was avenged, and the killer is dead.
Mention that the killer killed her with a fire spell.
Okay, I don't remember how he killed her that much, but okay, all right,
Well,
fine.
if you say fire spell, then that gives us a better
A
excuse for why her
long
clothes don't
range
match.
fire spell, and the man can move faster than any man I've ever seen before. Is that good enough for you?
Well, no, that other part is completely useless.
Ali interjects. He goes, "We have to leave now. If we stay here any longer, we're caught with this body. It will be a problem for all of us. Let's
All
go."
right, I'll leave the note in the cloak, where
All
it's going to be fine with easy investigation.
Yeah, and as you guys leave the scene and you guys exit, he starts to take you down back alleys through different areas. And eventually you come to an area in a neighborhood that looks drastically different than the ones that you were in before. And he says quickly, "Below my shop, there is a place where you guys will be able to rest and lay down. At the moment, the best thing that we can do is to just keep you guys out from the public eye." And then he leads you back to the cellar that exists behind his shop. It's laid behind a fence in an area which seems rarely occupied and rarely used. which is perfect for cover. And as you guys head down there and you are led down these stairs, you realize that this area is well maintained. He doesn't take the outside entrance to get into this cellar normally. He comes in from the first floor, but that seems to be an entrance he wanted to avoid as to not draw too much attention to himself. So, as you guys get down there, he comes out to you guys. He says, take this opportunity to rest and to discuss plans. Also, that monk's body. I might be able to make use of it. I'll
What
have
do
to
you
go
mean?
check. I'll have to go check with my contacts. But if I'm correct, it may be of use to us.
In what way? You aren't thinking of bringing him back, because I tell you this, he was not easy to bring down.
I don't ask for what reason they want to use the bodies, but considering people are high-level martial artists, especially those who are renowned when it comes to certain arts, their bodies can fetch quite a price.
All right,
You
well,
want to learn his abilities.
sure enough.
Ali looks at you and he says, I do not wish for anything like that, but you guys have done us a great service. Considering you helped protect the people of the Warrens as I asked you, and you went above and beyond by taking care of the killer himself. I wish to be of service, as a way of repaying you.
That is all fine.
We appreciate that. I could not let him live.
If you wish to be of service, and I put Sumi down, lay our comrade to rest respectfully.
Yeah, as you lay down Sumi and you guys kind of take it in, you actually realize that Sumi's withering extremely fast. What was now like gray hair has turned completely white, and her cheeks are sunken in, almost as she's decomposing and disintegrating at a faster rate than like the other body that you guys are carrying.
She's starting to smell rather fast. What is... You know what? It's probably best not to ask. It's probably best to bury her quickly, then.
The weapon. Did anybody take his weapon? Oh no, he used martial arts. He had no weapons.
Mm-hmm.
He says, Ali looks at you and says, understood, I can organize for something. Let me take her upstairs and then I'll make sure that she's rested in a spot that's appropriate. Understood?
Probably best to burn her.
That won't be possible. It'll draw too much attention unless it's done through a ritual. And if they were to look at her face and realize that she's one of the escapees, well, you can imagine what kind of attention that will draw to all of us.
Exactly.
Could you please tell us where she is buried? I would like to give her her last rites.
Understood. I'll make an effort to let you guys know exactly where she's located so that you'll be able to take care of that yourselves.
Wait, Abba, this dude knows that we're part of the prison breakout?
Clearly.
I mean, that's what he just said.
Did we know that before this?
That he knew?
Yeah.
No.
So you knew who we were this whole time?
Not this entire time, no. But I have my contacts. When you accepted the job, I had to make sure that you were people who knew what they were going to be doing.
And still you help us, despite the information.
I have no love for the city guards. Considering the fact that they ignore the very neighborhood that are most at need, and that you were the ones who were willing to help, I don't care where you came from, or for what reason. You helped us. The blood price must be paid.
Well, I, for one, have had quite the long day. So I would like it if we discuss whatever we need to in our plans and then get some rest.
Understood. At this point, he takes Tacitus' body, slunks it over his shoulder, and goes up a set of the ladder that leads towards, or a trapdoor that leads towards the fourth floor. And he says, if you look towards the back area over there, there should be a couple of cots you guys can be able to use for a half-decent rest. Unfortunately, the accommodations aren't perfect, but you'll be safe here for the night.
Very
bid you-
well.
We appreciate you.
He leaves upstairs, and he shuts the door down below him, and then he locks it. And now, after the trapdoor's locked, what do you guys do?
I am going to go over and just slouch down on the ground and just sit there, just appreciating the silence and the stillness, given such a hectic night.
And still you help us, despite the information.
Clearly.
What do you mean?
Given such a hectic night. 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 Given su
Are there any blind spots from the entrance to the entrance to this room?
It's just a straight set of stairs down, but you can't see the entrance towards the cellar door that you guys used. You'd have to go up the stairs a little bit to be able to see it.
Okay. I go to one of the corners and take one of the cots and pull it up towards the wall and get some rest.
All right.
I'll keep watch while everyone
Uh,
gets some rest.
You guys hear knocking on the trap door, and Ali opens it and he says, I've almost forgotten, but I'll need to take the monk's body as well. There won't be an issue. We are in agreement.
Yeah, that is fine.
So he
I will
goes to
just
press-
keep. I'm gonna take one of his wraps, just a small section of his clothes.
Okay, cool. Yep. So as he grabs it, goes back up the stairs. He locks it through the same process, and he leaves you guys there. Two of you are resting. Jorson and Andre, what did you guys want to do?
I'm gonna post up and keep watch on the door while people get some rest.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Before we go to complete rest, though, Galahad's just going to say, so do we want to talk about any plans, or just call it for a night and talk in the morning?
Let's talk when we're all level-headed.
All right, then.
What about you, Andre? What are you feeling?
Sadness and pain for the loss of a comrade, but also tired, so I'm gonna take a fucking rest because I need it.
All right. All right. And in that moment, you guys go in for a long rest, so you guys can put that into your you guys can put that in real fast.
Thank God.
All right, done.
Recharge all those spell slots and all you guys need to do.
Thank
it's
God.
seemingly a deep sleep for the most of you guys. Just one moment here. Let me just get this. Yeah, and as you guys are in the midst of sleep, all of you guys are in deep slumber, and you guys all seem to be having the same dream. But the dream seems like a lot of nothingness. You just hear the sounds of faint whispers and small light particles here and there, but you guys can't make out any noise. And as you guys are in the middle of this sleep, let me just do something really quick here. Oops. Let me fix something very fast. All of a sudden, you see a figure within this dream. And as this figure appears to you guys and it starts to try to communicate, you can't make out the words that it's saying. And all of a sudden, you guys wake up.
Did we recognize the figure at all?
No,
Was it
you could tell it's a feminine figure, but beyond that, you couldn't see anything else.
Well, this is a curious dream. So we can't see each other, right?
No.
Mm.
You guys were only able to see. You guys all had the same dream, however.
Okay.
Is Andre able to recognize the feminine figure?
No.
Does this include me since I didn't go to sleep right away?
When you went to sleep, you ended up having the same dream. So yes.
Okay, just making sure.
So now you guys have woken up, and you guys are now all sitting in the cellar. It's currently 8 in the morning. What do you guys want to do?
When Galahad wakes up, if no one else is awake, he's gonna go over to Azura and Jorson and then Andre to wake them up. Come on, get up. We need to get moving.
Well, I feel better, at least.
Good.
I could die with a smile today.
That might be the course of action.
Well, we've made another enemy. We seem to be very good at that.
Very.
I slept through dawn. Allow me a few minutes to pray, and I shall join you in whatever you want to talk about.
Very well. We'll just be waiting for you. Andre, are you up yet?
Yes.
All right.
Hold on.
All right, take your time. We're waiting on Jorson anyway.
Yeah,
And I'm just gonna move over to like the center of the room where like a coffee table or anything that's in the room to think about what we're gonna do.
Yep, yep. And as Andre's big figure starts to rise, what do you guys want to do in this moment?
Well, you guys ready yet? Andre?
Ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
All right. Well, it seems like we have quite the situation upon us. So, given what you guys have been said you've wanted to do, I think it's probably best that we leave the city as soon as possible. The more we stay here, the more danger we accumulate.
You won't hear disagreement from me. But then what after we leave the city? Do we continue the mission that we were given to us before?
Well, if this was any other mission, I would say heck no and just leave this God's forsaken desert. But since it is of dire importance and what you somewhat described as, in our context, described this device being able to block out the literal sun, I don't think we can escape that. So we should probably continue in getting whatever device this is. So heading towards the brother outside the city is probably our best bet.
But do we need to? We could just enjoy the rest of our being chased by multiple enemy days.
That's true, but if we recover the artifact, we might have leverage over some of our enemies. And a chance to repair and eliminate some. Leaving skeletons that can move behind you in your history has a bad habit of catching up. Even a
You make-
snail chasing you will eventually catch you.
You make a good point. I'd rather use the artifact, though, to reduce the number of enemies we have by having them fight over it amongst themselves.
Either that, or
I would.
one being or enemy or king, whoever, can take out the others for us, given this artifact. I don't know how powerful it is, but maybe it can give the power for one side to dominate over the others.
I would rather die fighting my enemies than running away tired.
Hopefully, we won't have to do either.
That is
So-
the best solution.
Are we all in agreement that we should leave the city? Or does anyone
Yes.
wish to stay in this paradise?
I do not.
All right, then. How do you guys suppose we should leave?
We should talk to our humble guest and use his merchant affiliations to get our passes.
We might be able to do that, but we need to keep our eyes out. I'm still questioning how safe it is to be around him. Not him turning us in, but still, he's not perfect. He could slip up and let the
No.
guards know.
He could turn us in. It's very possible.
That's true, but it's the least likely out of all the other possibilities. He is just a merchant.
Mm,
He's not the best at hiding people, I'm guessing.
so here's my thing. We're locked in this cellar. He has the key. The only
Just to be
thing that-
just to be clear, he just locked a trap door, not the door you came through.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well,
He
you haven't
took-
checked. You haven't checked. So if you want to check,
Yeah.
you can go check.
I will walk towards the door while
Explaining.
while explaining. So here's the thing. He took the only thing we had for leverage, which was that monk's body. I'm pretty positive that the only reason why they took the body was from what I've heard in my travels, of being able to access the special abilities of high-level warriors and their special techniques from their corpses.
Okay.
So that was probably the only profitable thing that we had on our persons.
Well,
And we let him take it.
well, that is true, but to
We've
be
also been
honest,
tricked multiple times in this city, so there's really no reason to trust anybody.
you're very much right. So we need a plan, maybe, to accommodate ourselves with one of those medallions on our own. But lugging around a half cut up corpse would definitely slow us down more than it would help us, no matter whose body it was.
I agree.
So,
I,
how did we get one of these medallions, Azura, since you seem so keen on not trusting this merchant. I can't disagree with you on that.
Oh, I say we still try to use the merchant. I just say that we are a little bit more aware of the fact that betrayal is a possibility instead of
All
a
right.
less likely circumstance.
Well, in that case, maybe we shouldn't all travel together when moving around. We should keep a distance, keep in communication. I can keep in communication with one of you, I think, at a time, uh, through telepathic link. The rest, we should still at least see separate in two different groups.
As you guys are having a conversation, you hear the trap door that was used earlier start to jiggle. Then the lock is removed.
I will get my bow immediately out with an arrow notched, aimed at the trapdoor.
Okay. And as
Yeah,
the
I'll
trap
ready
door
myself as
opens,
well.
as the trap door opens, you hear Ali saying, "I'm coming down," and he seems to be coming down alone. And he closed the trap door above him. He says, "Don't worry. For today, the shop is closed. I have some
What's
good
that?
news.
All right. Hopefully, closing the shop won't draw too much attention.
Thankfully, on a Sunday like this, there's religious exemptions for people who wish to close down shops.
Good.
Now, as far as this goes, you guys are going to have to leave the city as soon as possible if you wish to guarantee your safety. And
Glad
for
we're
that
in
reason,
agreement.
the benefactor I'm involved with has offered you guys some help.
Ooh, I do like help.
Mm-hmm. What's the
What does
catch?
it cost?
Tomorrow, there's going to be the anniversary of the coronation of the current king of Tyr. As a result, security will be tightened around the palace as well as anybody trying to enter. But there lies an opportunity for people who are trying to leave, and that may be the perfect situation for you guys. At this point, he puts out a piece of parchment and he grabs a table that's there, that's in the corner of the room, and he puts it in the center and he lays a parchment out, and you recognize that it's a drawn map of one of the gates. And I'll just pull it up so you guys can see it yourself. So this is what it looks like. And he says, I've identified a few weaknesses within them based on the intel gathered by the benefactor. This is what we know. Can you guys see?
Yep.
Now, in the center, we don't have much information in regards to what's inside the keep, but they have this position ready in case the front gate falls. And within it, they normally house a lot of their strong warriors who will lay there resting or training. Around each entrance, there lays 2 guards, sometimes 1, and oftentimes there's 1 to 2 guards patrolling in circles around. And I'm just going to draw it for you guys so you have an idea. Like this. You guys get that?
Mm-hmm.
So let me just erase that real quick. So that's just what we know about this front area. Since we are coming from the southern bend, we're going to have to cross it. Well, you will anyways. And as a result, you'll need to find a way to get past it without drawing too much attention to yourselves. During the festivities, a lot of this area is going to be off limits to civilians. And so unless you have a good way of getting around, you'll have to be careful. Now, over here, this is, I'm pointing to the powder powder marker right here. As payment for the body that you have recovered, my benefactor has left a very powerful substance within a barrel, something that you may potentially be able to use as a distraction. He may place it there for you, or he may give it to you guys for you to place wherever you please.
Mm.
Now, further up here lies the guards' location. As you guys see, the front gate is here. We aren't sure about where the guards are resting after they've taken over the civilians' abodes as places for them to rest their men. We aren't sure which homes they're actually using for their own use. So be careful and gather intel before you make any movements. Should you stumble upon the wrong home, then you will likely arouse all the guards and raise the alarm. And lastly, right here, this underpass here is a weakened area. From further combat and testing of weapons, they've actually created a hole that exists underneath the stairs leading towards the outside. The problem lies in the fact that on the top of the stairs over here, there lies guards that are on the watch for most of the period, as well as magicians who are looking for anybody trying to pass through magical means. So, you will need to find a way past them. Lastly, there are stables here on the left, and outside of the city exit, there's an exit point. That is where the second contact will lay, and this person will be your guide outside of the city limits.
Mm,
So
Not
now
a lot to
before
think
you,
about.
I've given you all the information. As well, my benefactors offers you guys an aiding hand, someone you can use throughout the process, but also wishes to be part of your escape.
All
Who are
right.
they? And are they talented? Are they skilled?
They, from all we can gather, are skilled at certain things. They're capable combatants. I'll bet not experts. At the end of the day, you will need more hands on deck, and they're willing to offer this.
All right.
I see.
Well, going over again what we have, we know where these guards are down here. We have the powder barrel with a mystery inclusion, stables, and a way through the wall, and an exit point with more guards in these houses and over at the towers. This is quite the engineering that they have done with their placement. Almost impossible to get through.
Well, there's a reason why this city has never been conquered.
Are the stables full?
From what we gather, the stables fluctuate from being full to sometimes having very little to no capacity. On the day of, we can't guarantee that the stables will be full, but if you wish to investigate it as a possibility.
Is there any important wooden buildings around the area?
No, most of the homes around are made of wood, so residential areas tend to be made of cheaper materials.
Okay.
Sometimes a mixture of wood and brick.
Hmm. Well, I have two ideas. We could either use the stables as a second distraction, or secretly light some of the homes on fire and let them increase in flames on the opposite side of where we're going. But to be honest, even that might not end up giving the best options to escape. The main problem I see is that our exit point is on the opposite side of the bridge than the point through the wall. So we would have to, if we go through that point in the wall, then we're going to have to cross that bridge in front of all of those soldiers.
How deep is that lake? Or that river that we have to cross?
I would approximate it as currently. Well, the problem isn't necessarily the water. The water is probably only 10 feet to 15 deep. The problem is that there is a slant and a slope that leads it. So if you were to fall into the water, you would be approximately 30 feet from land.
So getting to the water is the issue.
Yes. There's about a 15-foot gap between where the water starts and where the slope starts. So once you fall in, getting out is quite a difficult prospect. You have to imagine that this was built, these moats were built for war. So while this may be a trading route for people to enter, should war arise, they are ready.
I might be able to circumvent the river. I have the ability to make a wall of water that can be 30 feet long and stretch it across the entire river itself, and we can swim through that.
The only issue is that that's probably going to be spotted unless we have a very decent distraction. And even
We
if
should
we
say-
made across the water, you would still have to cross all the way over in this direction to get to that exit point.
So?
Which
That is
could
why we should save
also
the
be
explosive.
seen. So if that case, we would have to make sure this entire wall of guards and mages is distracted, which is not an easy task, especially if they're smart.
Isn't it just one or two on this wall?
Which wall?
Here?
Along
And
this
here?
entire wall, I
I
think.
couldn't tell
there's
you. The guards that
multiple.
are on the walls and the shifts that they run, there could be anywhere from 2 to 4 to 6, depending on when you guys go. We
Do the
can't
guards-
guarantee what the shifts will look like at all times.
Do any of these buildings, do your knowledge of any of these buildings might house a storeroom for food for the guards, or their armor and weapons, anything of high importance to them?
It's highly possible, but we wouldn't be able to tell you where they're storing what. The
Gotcha.
insides of the buildings, we are not sure. All we can tell you is that the civilians have been cleared out from this gate.
Got you. Okay.
Do you have any idea what the barrel is going to contain? You said a volatile substance. Is it explosive?
Yes, something guaranteed to draw much attention.
And we could blow up the wall.
That's true, but then they will be looking at where we blew up the wall.
But what if we blew up a different wall?
I understand what you're thinking, but if we blow up the wall on this side, then they'll see us getting to the exit point. If we blow it up on this side, they'll become useless because there's already a way through the wall.
Yes,
You mean a wall separate from all of that?
correct. A wall that's nowhere in the direction of where we would like to go.
I was thinking maybe blowing up this center area over here, or at least next to it, or at least in between some of these houses.
I would not recommend blowing up the square. Isn't that where the festival is going to be?
Well, he said that
Wait.
these.
So the square, the festival's not anywhere in this area. It's actually further
Oh, okay.
away. This
Okay.
this thing in the middle here is actually a keep.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So the guards are garrisoned here. A lot of them.
So we can either set the explosive to go off near the keep or in between some of the houses. Or I don't think putting it against the wall is the best idea. Drawing the guards' attention away from the wall should be our priority.
Our compatriot who's willing to give us this powdered barrel, I say to Ali, are they willing to light it as well, or is that our responsibility?
Well, that depends on you guys. We have given you the resources. We can either place it at the location beforehand or hand it to you tonight for you guys to place where you would like.
Could it be remotely detonated, like lit at a fuse and then let the fuse go as we move?
Maybe through some magical means, but that's not something that we can provide.
Gotcha. All right, we'll keep that in mind.
Hey, Abba, my glyph of wards that I can create, can I set those with a timer?
Glyph of warding, I'm pretty sure you can. That's how it works. You have a trigger. I don't know if there's a timer though.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Yeah, I don't think it.
There's like a specific condition that you have to set the ward for, and then that's how the ward is triggered.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You can make it. You can make anything the trigger, technically speaking. But don't forget, there's a cost. There's a cost to casting that spell. It's not a cheap spell.
Oh, I know.
Okay. So as long as you can pay that cost, then I'm fine with it.
Also, I could, as long as I have line of sight on the explosive, can be some distance away from it and detonate it with a spell.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to do?
Wait, are you talking about the item that I need for it, the material?
Yeah, there's a cost for it.
I thought the material was one of the 3 ways to use it. Since I'm a bard, wouldn't it be verbal?
No, it needs all of it.
You have to use all of it.
It's not one of 3 ways. You have to use all of them.
Yeah,
to
that's why
cast this.
there's certain spells that are really powerful compared to other spells at the level, but they have a cost to them, and the reason why is to balance that out. If you were able to just spam Glyph of Warding all the time without any cost, then it would be a cheesy ass spell.
Oh.
You said that we were going to have people at our disposal in order to help us, correct?
Yes, the aid will be arriving later on tonight for them to be made apprised of the tasks.
We could have one of those people activate the trap, and then when everybody the guards move around in position, we can make our move.
All right. Well, let's work our way back. Where do you guys want to exit the wall? At the little breakpoint would probably be best, correct?
The breakpoint would be best if we can't just walk through the front.
All right. So, which direction would we be entering this whole situation?
From the bottom right, where the big X is.
The big X. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if we enter from the big X and the explosion set off on the other side, we will have to skip the stables and go straight for the breakpoint, correct? But if we, so I think that might be the best option. I don't know. Is there any way we can get over or around the wall? How tall is the wall over here on this side by the stables?
The wall over there by that side is approximately anywhere from 25 to 35 feet.
Is
What
there
do
any
we?
way we can get quickly through this wall through you guys' spell magic abilities?
Through
No,
this wall?
no. There's mages up here and up here, waiting
Okay.
for. They're
Well,
they're focusing on magic specifically, so they'd have an advantage against us.
so let's go through the breakpoint then, and
Well,
we'll
hold
set
on,
off the explosive where it is relatively.
hold on. What are there horses at these stables that we can use? Are they planned? We can have one of the other guys come and grab the stables, grab the horses from the stables, and
I
meet
think
us
that should be
at the.
pretty obvious when you see a bunch of horses moving around.
We don't need a bunch of horses. We just need one or two and a carriage.
How would you get the carriage through? Through the center? You just want to leave directly through the center of the area?
The person with the horse can go through the center. We can go through the exits on the outside. I'm assuming that there's no one who's on this most wanted list that's greater than us. So obviously they would have an easier chance of going through.
I don't know. After the explosion goes off, I'm pretty sure they would die.
They
That's
could
probably
leave.
not a thing they'll agree to.
They can leave before the explosion. We don't need
Mm.
the horses at the same time that we leave. We just need
Yes.
horses.
Okay. So you're saying you want these people who clearly want to get out with us, who can't get out by any other means, should just walk through the front gate with a cart and
There's
horses stolen.
Who said they couldn't get
there's
out
only
through any
one
other
of
means?
them. There's only one of them that's wanted like us. Assume that everyone else is just a normal person. I'll ask the merchant.
Oh, yes, Ali. As far as the contact goes, this is not my man, but the benefactor's man.
Let's
It's
just
highly
plan.
possible that he is of questionable background. I could not tell you for certain. But
Let's just-
considering he wishes to escape the city, odds are this person probably has their own reasons to want to escape.
Exactly. Let's just plan that they won't do that and we'll all move together. Either way, we can sneak maybe earlier and I don't know. We could probably just set off the explosives, move along this wall, be very stealthy behind these buildings over here and make it to that break point while also distracting the guards. I mean, the hardest part is these guards. Where are they going to move in this area? There's going to be plenty over here, especially on these towers. So are they going to get down from the towers? Are they going to watch this alley? That's the questionable part. We're going to be moving at night, though, correct?
That is for you to decide. Whatever plan of action you guys think is best. I'm just providing you with information, but beyond that, how you guys choose to leave the city is up to you. Whether you use this exit point or the front gate, it's of no consequence to me. I just want to meet my end of the bargain.
Thank you very much. But I believe we should leave at night and we should use the exit point. Set off the explosive nearby where it is, so it's far away from us. Light some buildings on fire, hopefully. No, with no one in them because this area is cleared. And
How
then we
will
get
you,
out through that area.
how will you get past the guards here on the eastern flank?
That is the hard part. Once the explosion is set off, hopefully they'll be distracted and we can move around these buildings in this area. The only point they might be able to see us in is this main alleyway here. And that's where we would need to move. At the best case scenario, then maybe we can hide behind this building here and watch where these guards over here go. If they start coming towards us, we stay where we are until they pass. If they don't and they just watch in this direction, then we would have to improvise. But going at night will help us move. At least we'll have the darkness to guide us. Is it a cloudy day today? As I kind of peek out one of the windows.
It seems like things would be rather clear for the most part, so moonlight will still be available even if it'll still be dark.
It's not the best situation, but it's what we got. Anyone else any bright ideas? We can try your idea, Zura, and ask if this person will walk through the front gate earlier before this with the horse and stables, but if they say no, we need to be prepared for that.
So you want us to all stick together, then who's going to activate the powder barrel? Because all of us going there would be stupid.
Hopefully, I don't know what the range of your magic is, but we'll be in this area between these buildings and have line of sight of the barrel if we move it to here. And then we can set it off from remote. Or maybe if we move the barrel here next to these two buildings, having line of sight behind here. And if you can do that, then we can clearly move through this area behind these buildings and hide right here as the guards pass, going in this direction to the barrel. Maybe they care about dousing the fires on the homes. Maybe
Uh,
they don't.
Ali sits back and he kind of just leans in and says, "Listen, it's not for me to decide how you guys should live, but also understand these are all just tools for you to use. At the end of the day, you should always observe and adjust to the situation. These are tools that you may not even have to use. Look at all the possibilities before you."
That is very true.
Also, Abba, is this map to scale? Like those are actual squares?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can hit targets up to 240 feet away. That is, it would be a long shot for me, but I can make it.
Whoa. So you have to shoot it from a long distance. Well, okay. That's one Hail Mary of a shot, but is there any other magical abilities you all have that might be able to pass through this area? Andre, you can turn invisible, correct?
Correct. I also have a ring that I have been getting tingles from, but I do not know what it does.
All right, so we'll inspect our goods tonight and figure out what we have. But Andre, I remind you, even though you might be invisible, you might still be able to be seen by these mages. So keep hidden either way, as if you could be seen. But once we start to move, you should go invisible. Anyone else have cool abilities such as that? I surely don't.
I can also turn myself invisible.
All right, well, you do the same. I can cast my shadow, but it only has to stay within 30 feet of me, so that's not really going to do much other than draw attention. Maybe it can distract a little bit if guards get too close, but still. What about you, Azura? Anything to help?
You've literally seen me change my disguise on multiple occasions.
That's good. Then you can be a guard or a mage. Someone of high importance, but not too high to where they'll need you for anything.
Normally, the mages are each placed within the opposite extremities. So there would be one on the furthest left flank and one on the furthest right. They normally have an ability to detect people at approximately 60 feet.
60 feet. Furthest left and furthest right, you say? So about here and here.
Generally.
Interesting. We might want to move through the center area then, just to avoid them, if we're going to go with invisible route and disguise.
We should stick to the edges and only rely on our magical abilities if we need them.
If we stick to the edges, they might be able to see us, but you are correct. If we need them, we'll have to take out the mage over here. I might be able to shadow teleport myself up there and quickly try to kill the mage, but that's a resort I hope we don't have to get to.
Ali, my good man, your merchant friends were unable to give us those passes that just to make our lives easier?
If it comes out that you used a pass from one of the merchants to get out of the city and it's found out, then the merchant and their entire family will be executed. Nobody wishes to take that chance.
Do you know what the passes look like? Do they all look the same?
Yes, they're golden square tokens.
Could we...
Normally with the emblem of the Lion of Tyr.
Interesting. Maybe we can use some magical abilities. I'll cast Minor Illusion to create like a little gold brick. We might be able to pretend, but I don't think this one has any substance. We could pretend we have medallions of magical means, but I'm sure the mages would check. Never mind. I thought it was a good idea, but then I was too smart for my own good. So, let's do it with our plan. Let's go straight to the edges, set off the barrel from a distance. Hopefully that sets it off. I can light an arrow and maybe shoot it as well as a secondary attempt if the first one fails. And then we can move along the side and hopefully the mage will be distracted. If not, then I'll have to teleport up there and kill the mage. But two of us being invisible definitely helps. But remember to stay hidden when you're invisible. At least to the mage. Does that sound good? Does anyone else have any
It's the-
ideas?
It's the best that we can do. Plans always do not go according to plan.
All right.
So just to make sure we're on the same page here, this entire area that we're looking at is just like guard residential living. Like this is the guardhouse. This is the entrance to the city.
So just to be clear, what I can tell you for certain is that all of these homes have been vacated of the civilian population. We can't say that guards are actually staying in some of them. We do know for certain that in this top area here beside the gate, that there are definitely guards who are staying in some of these buildings. As far as the other ones, we can't tell you for certain who's inside or if they're being used at all. What we do know is that they've been vacated.
Mm.
Access to them is off limits to civilians. Now, if you want to get inside, the doors may be locked or may not be. That's for things that you are going to have to discover yourselves. But
Wait a
I
second.
suggest you prepare.
So you said these walls are pretty tall, correct?
Yep.
If these are stairs over here to this wall here, and I teleport up to this area and take out that mage, we might just be able to escape to this side where there's less guards. You guys can run up these stairs. I can shadow teleport up here and try to take out the mage, and we can hop off this side of the wall by rappelling with our ropes.
Wait. So civilians are allowed in this area, correct?
No.
They're not supposed to be just casually walking around, no.
So we got two plans we can go with. We can rappel off the side and take out the mages here with less guards, or try to move our way through all of these guards over here and get through that break point. I say
Well-
the second idea of rappelling next to and going past the stables is probably the best idea.
Well, we don't know that there are no guards over here.
That's true, but we know that there's guards over here, so I mean, we can either go to the place we know there's guards, or there might not be guards. I feel like I would take a chance rather than be guaranteed failure.
There's only 2 guards guarding this area here, right?
There's a mage and a guard on the tower, and then there's guards in these buildings up here.
Yes. I'm aware of the mage and the guard at the tower. I'm aware of the guards that are inside the house that won't know what we're doing until we make a lot of noise. So that's why I'm asking if there are guards who are actually physically at the hole that we are thinking of going through.
Generally, they have guards on the walls, not necessarily on the hull.
Yes, but this would make it a lot easier if we go on this side because we crossed the river and we're already at the exit point. And if we set off the bomb on the opposite side, like over here instead, and we come from this direction, is that possible to do? That we could come from this side instead?
Maybe. I can't say for certain.
Okay. Well, either way, if we set off the bomb in the opposite direction of where we're going, we can pass by the stables and use the stables as the distractions because the horses will already be making noises and stuff. But then if we get past, or if we even release the horses and the explosion set off, and then we can get over past these guards over here, it's less heavily guarded, it seems like, and we can get to the exit point a lot faster than having to cross the bridge and be seen easier.
Also, keep in mind that those guards are posted. If we set the bomb off too far away, we might not be able to get their attention away from the wall.
That's true, but we're not trying to distract these guards as much as we are trying to just get them to move or look in this direction. Because if they look over here at an explosion, and we're moving over here by the stables, and we take out these 2 guards here and here, with you guys being invisible and me being able to teleport up, hopefully, is the wall higher than 30 feet?
I'm just giving you an approximation. It could be as high as 40 feet.
All right, well, I can get on the stairs, teleport up, and then shoot my arrow at the mage. Either way, I'm sure we can probably kill these 2 guards pretty fast and easily while the rest are distracted on the other side of the city, or the map, I guess. The only issue is if we can come from this direction, then it'll make it a lot easier and we can set the bomb off in the opposite. But if we can't, then I don't know. These are just my ideas, but I feel like I've talked enough and I come up with a lot. So you guys either come up with better or you decide on some of mine.
Ali, do you have access to incense and diamond shards?
Diamond shards, no. Incense, yes.
What about powdered diamond?
These aren't actually items that are easily come across. Let me look. It'll take me some time to find out.
Okay.
All right.
I would like to go investigate this area today.
You want to go during the daytime and investigate?
Are we not escaping during the daytime?
I thought we were escaping during night. You know, also the fact that we can't really do a proper investigation of the situation during the day, since, you know, it's off limits to people, we would immediately be seen.
I'm a bit more stealthier than the rest of you.
All right, if you wish to
Good point.
try, that is fine, but I'm not going with you.
I
That would
didn't
just
ask
make
you
it
to.
harder for you to stealth. That's fine then. You can scout during the day if you wish. I wish to leave at night.
Okay. So you want to go scout during the day?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about the rest of you guys? What do you guys want to do?
So just to be clear, Abba, is this a possibility that the bomb can be set here and we can come from this direction instead?
You can have the barrel placed wherever you guys want.
But we
As
can't
long as it's not-
change.
As long as it's not beyond this point, like beyond the keep, then
Mhm.
yeah.
But we can't change the direction we come from, like this corner instead of that corner.
I mean, you
Can I
certainly
not
could.
just throw it in the keep?
I mean, hey man, there's a whole bunch of
What?
possibilities, bro. Like whatever y'all want to do, I'm open to it. As far as coming in from the left side, you certainly could, but it would raise a bit of security questions considering you are coming in from one of the eastern neighborhoods, and in order to get there, you would have to go closer towards the keep, closer towards the palace, which would just you could do it. It would just raise a bit of security issues. That's all.
Never mind. Let's just go with the first idea we had. So have the barrel over here and then escape this way. And hopefully distract some of the guards that way. Hopefully it'll light these buildings on fire, at least 2 of them. So that the way the guards will have to go rush to put it out. But these guards over here is just a problem. There's just so many of them, you know? And the mage can see in darkness, so if we take out the mage, the guards will know we're there. If we don't take out the mage, the guard will see us being invisible. And it's difficult.
We can always try and move through this block of houses over here. Like, come up and then move through here, and we can try and move through this block, too, to get to
Oh.
the horses.
Just to be clear, those little wooden panels between some of the house, that's the roof.
Yeah, I figured. I honestly think we should just ignore the horses altogether.
I agree. No, that's too much out of the way. All right, let's see what was in these boxes and relax as you go search out during the day.
Oh, I cast disguise self and turn myself into a lizard man. It's my guy.
Into a lizard man?
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Okay.
Humans hate lizard men.
All right. You want to turn
What?
into a lizard? You want to turn to? You want to turn into lizard man and then go to this area?
I thought they only hated orcs.
No, yeah, but lizard men, just to be clear, humans don't like them. They're like, I guess, our equivalent of wild animals that also live in the jungle and also just kill people
Oh, that's
savagely
racist.
and skin them. Like, they're known to
Hey.
skin humans, so
Hey.
I don't know how well that's gonna go over.
That's
If you-
racist. Oh my god. Okay, I'll turn myself into the same white guy I turned into the last time.
Why is just a different guy? Why are you doing this?
Okay. All right. So you want to
Nobody
transform?
saw me the last time. What are you talking about?
Why
It's
even
a-
risk
ho-
it?
Hold up. If he wants to, let him go. So you
All right.
want to turn into a white dude?
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
a white
And
dude with like casual military equipment.
What does that mean? You trying to turn into a guard, or are you trying to turn into a soldier? I don't understand.
Not a guard, but you know how like soldiers have off-duty attire?
So off-duty soldier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well-
Off-duty
well,
soldier white guy.
When would you have seen that? Like that have to be something that you've seen.
I'd like to roll for.
Yeah.
the
Roll
night
me a
shift.
history. Roll me a
Yeah.
history.
Hell
Roll me
yeah.
a
What's-
history. This is the first roll of the day.
Oh god, what's my history?
We're so
11,
screwed.
11.
I'll say that based off of your time spent in the city staring at some of the prison guards, and then also you paying attention to folks that you've seen, you vaguely have an idea of what an outfit looks like for a city guard when they're off duty.
That doing it, disguise himself. I leave. But do I want to do that now? Or do I want to do that when I'm
How
like
long does it
outside of the
last?
slums? It's only
It's
lasts for
okay.
an hour.
I'll allow it so that you have it just before you get there.
Okay.
Fair?
Yes, very fair.
Okay. So you arrive. Where's your character model? Right over here. Can you drop your character model?
Yeah, but I feel like every time I drop it, it just disappears.
Just-
when we-
I'll mark it for persistent.
Yeah, you just have to put persistent on it. That's what I did for the others. Anyways,
And
okay,
meanwhile,
so
can I short rest and fiddle with my ring?
you can fiddle it with it, sure, yeah, not an issue for me. So as you, let me just make sure I got it correctly here. Okay, as you arrive, you notice right away some of the guards. This is the middle of the day, so let me actually raise the brightness a little bit. All right, here we go. This is what it looks
that
like.
was dope.
All right. I'm getting better at this. You notice these two right here, and you also notice this guy on patrol. And so he's constantly just walking around, moving past you. And you're still back here. So what do you want to do?
I'll move a little closer here, like wait for him to come over here, and then just like casually greet him and say, like, have I been paying attention to guards like this? I'm gonna roll another history to see if guards like have a specific greeting that they use here.
Sure.
Oh my God, 8! That is so bad. That was a 16.
Yeah.
About to watch another party member disappear.
As this guard walks by, he notices you in the corner and he says, "Oi, for what reason are you standing there?"
I just like to take in the sights of the tower. I enjoy seeing it from time to time. Don't
He looks
mind
a
me.
li-
I apologize if I disturbed you.
You're staring at the keep. Why aren't you in the guards' barracks?
It's my day off.
And you want to stare at the keep?
Is that weird?
Roll me a deception check.
Let's go. $16.
He looks at you, says, "By all means, waste the time if you want, but I suggest that you don't just hang around there all day. Go find something better to do. Go to a tavern or something."
It's
Fuck off.
early in the day, man. Can I not just enjoy a couple of seconds?
As you please. And he walks past you and continues on with his shift.
All right. Head over.
Yeah. And as you're approaching this guard, what do you want to do now?
Well, I still look at the keep, and then I do that thing where like you're kind of like looking like you're taking a picture, and I'm doing it at the keep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I glance. Is he looking at me? Do I see?
Oh yeah, he's looking at you. He's very confused by what you're doing right now.
I look over and I say, "Oh, sorry. I just from time to time I just like looking at the keep. It's I don't know. Just it calms me."
And he looks up and he looks over and he kind of looks forward and he just under his breath he goes, "These new recruits are fucking strange," and he just carries on with his looking.
Okay. What's over here? This side over here.
No. What here on the right side? It's just homes that are seemingly barricaded up for the most part. Like there's no windows. These are just homes, so that's you can't really see much else.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a residential area.
Okay. I walk over here. I look this side.
Yep.
Do I see him coming back?
Yeah, you could see middle of the day. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Trying not to make myself too obvious, I casually walk by and I say, "Thank you for your patience," and then I head this way towards the main area.
Oh, okay. Let me just give me 1 second over here. All right. And now let me just see where you've head off to. Where'd
Whoa,
you go?
whoa,
Sorry.
whoa, 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 whoa! I'm out of sight, and I disguise self as a different looking guard.
Oh, you want to change the guard that you want? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then you want to go forth. And where are you going now?
I do the same thing where I walk by.
Okay, all right. And at this point, he would have come close and he says, "You heading towards the barracks?"
Yeah, maybe. I just figured I'd like to walk around. I'm off duty, so I like to stretch. It keeps me. I feel useless being docile. You know what I mean?
All right, roll me a deception check.
That is a 12.
All right, he looks at you and he says, well, things have been quiet here, Harajum. I suggest that you go. We don't want to just see you on your shift while you're having free time while we have to work.
Yes, sir. I'll be quick about it. Thank you.
All right, and you move forward, and you continuously move forward until you arrive to this area. And then at this point, you start to notice a few more guards actually just hanging out here. And there you are. Okay, hold up.
And I'm walking casually, by the way. I'm not like stopping abruptly when I see guards or anything of the sort. It's almost like I expect to see them, so it doesn't bother me that their presence is here.
Yeah. Now these guys are just saying that they're kind of jovially speaking to one another, just having a conversation, sharing some ale, and you start to walk past.
Whoa! I didn't say I was gonna walk past. Hold on. I just wanted to get a good look at the area, see like how obviously like filled this is with guards.
Yeah.
And then once I see the area, if they notice me as I'm going to turn around, I'll do a casual wave. But if they don't, I'll just keep moving.
Okay. All right. And as the guy is going to notice you, you start to move away to the opposite section. And now where do you want to go?
I go here.
Okay. Yeah, and as you're walking past some of the buildings and you're walking past the keep, as you look on the keep, you notice a few more guards who are just actually standing a watch and who have their bows at the ready. They don't really seem like they're really serious, but they're present. You can notice two of them.
Okay.
They're just kind of glancing about and then just kind of sitting back down.
I keep going.
Yep.
And then I come around here, and at this point, like I'm gonna like fiddle around with my pockets, like I left something,
Okay.
just in case anybody's watching me.
Yep.
But I'm also looking at this area to see if there's any obvious signs of guards.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you look over here, you only notice one guard who's actually tending to some of the camels. And this person is just kind of working through the area. Doesn't even look like a guard. He just looks like somebody who's wearing the uniform, but doesn't have his weapon on him. And he's going through all the process of like just tending to the camels, feeding them water, and making sure that they have enough grass or whatever it is that camels eat to sustain their diet.
Okay. I see him. I start muttering, "God damn it! Forgot my. Oh my god." And then I head back the exact same way I came. And I actually am heading out to leave this time.
Okay, all right, yeah. And as you walk past some of the guards, this guy sees you again, and he says, "So,
I'm leaving. The other guy told me that he doesn't like. You guys don't like it when you see off-duty officers. I'm sorry. I'll be out of your hair. I won't come back for at least several hours."
All right. Perfect. Yeah, so you head out and you leave. And for anybody who's watching on YouTube, if things are a little bit messed up with the framing, it'll get fixed soon enough. Whoever's left will be rejoining in a little bit. So yeah. Just give it a bit of time.
That's you, Abba.
No, it's Jorson.
No, it's Jorson.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, his computer crashed, but he's working through it.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so yeah, if you guys are watching on YouTube and it looks a little bit fucked up, the framing will come back in a little bit. So as you leave the area, you seemingly doing it without any issues, and you return back towards the cellar after walking through a little bit of the neighborhoods.
I would remove my disguise as soon as I got out of sight, by the way.
Okay, all right, and now you are back at your original spot. And I'm going to just lower the brightness a little bit. And now you walk back into the cellar. Well, you guys hear knocking on the cellar door. Is that what you do, Zur?
I do an obnoxious knocking where
I
it's
will have
obvious.
my bow ready. I'll be by the door, so whoever opens it, if I don't recognize it, I'm releasing that trigger and arrow right into their head.
All right. So as you go to open the door, Azura, Galahad's waiting at the bottom of the stairs with his bow at the ready.
Considering that Galahad did this the last time somebody came down the steps, I am going to shout down, "If you shoot me and you miss, I'm going to kill you," and then continue walking down.
Well, you can try, but if it's just you, then it's all right. We have enough enemies. Don't need to
Team
make one of.
That should be our team motto. We have enough enemies.
All right, all right. So as you get back down there, now you guys are all sitting around. Andre's in the corner fiddling around with his new ring, and you guys are all sitting there.
By
all
the way,
using-
when I said
So-
fiddling, I actually meant to say I was trying to inspect the ring, which you can do during a short rest. I just
Okay,
found-
all right. Well, roll me a history check.
Oh my fucking god. You're killing me, bro.
I mean, you can't just know what an item is just by looking at it for a long time.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
wish.
Oof.
Oof.
That's still a bad vibe for me, I think.
What is it?
It's 14.
Yeah, as you look at it, you can tell that it's masterfully crafted, and it has some sense of. It's a very old ring, but beyond that, roll me an Arcana check.
Does it even fit on this man's fingers? Oof.
But yeah, as you look at it, you can't really see what kind of properties it has, whether it's magical or not, and how it functions.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna look at the scroll I got. Do I need to roll an Arcana check, or can I ask for his? Azura, could you help me understand what this is?
You mean the
Uh,
ring?
The scroll. The scroll we got. He took the ring. I took a scroll.
Oh, so yeah, let's talk about that scroll real quick because I did not know about these items that need to be used for casting this glyph of warding. And I did use glyph of warding on those scrolls, Abba, and you said that I did. So are we just gonna?
Yeah, I just let it happen during the session because I didn't want to slow things down. But yeah, no,
Okay.
there has to be a material cost for spells that powerful.
Okay.
You got
okay.
lucky.
Yeah. So I got lucky. That's what I was. That's what I was trying to
Yes.
confirm.
So can we look at these scrolls, or are you just gonna
I
reminisce
wouldn't
about
use
last night?
those scrolls if I were you. Those scrolls have a healing glyph on it, so when you open it up, it's supposed to cast a Cure Wounds level 2.
No, I meant yes, I understand that, but I meant the scroll from the monk.
Oh.
Yes, finally caught up.
Oh yeah, I've kind of forgot about that. I don't.
Exactly. So can you help
hold
me
up,
identify?
Is Jorson gonna rejoin or no?
Yeah, he's trying to come back right now.
He says his computer crashed, so he's restarting his computer.
All right, because it's like the whole screen's messed up at the moment. And
Oh. Oh no, I have that dagger. That's
So,
weird. I did not write down that I took that scroll.
Zura, you didn't take the scroll. I took the scroll. Can you help
Oh.
me identify it for the last time? Did
I'll
you get
see what-
too
I'll-
much sun or banged on the head while you're out there? I don't understand. Just scroll right here. I'll wave it in front of Zura.
Shut up, stick. Put it down. Let's go.
All right. Can we? So do we roll separately, or does one of us roll with advantage?
he can't help you if he doesn't have
never
any
mind.
kind of proficiency in his Arcana. He can't help you.
Okay, so do we roll individually then to try
I
to
do not
figure it
have
out?
No,
proficiency.
you only one of you
I
can
do.
roll.
I
Okay.
do have proficiency in history.
Yeah, but these are scrolls. They're magical scrolls. They're not history scrolls. So yeah.
What? Well, Jorson's not here, so I'm not even gonna try to ask.
Wait,
Let's
you
go
have
for
proficiency in Arcana.
Arcana then.
Jordan has proficiency in Arcana.
Yep. So he could certainly help. Yeah.
So,
So
yeah, he'll help.
so you could roll with advantage, Galahad.
I can roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweats right now.
I'm looking at the actual dice.
No.
Oh my god!
Yeah, yeah.
A 1 and a 7.
As you go
Got
through
an
the scroll
8.
and you try to gather information, you ask for Jorson's information. Jorson, still being shooken up from Tassa's death, seems a little bit unfocused, and he's unable to provide you with information to help you understand what these scrolls are.
That is fine. I'll I'll look at Andre. Andre, are you ready for this? And I'll pull out the box and shake the box I have. We've been waiting on these for a while. I don't
when
like
you
to wait with games.
boys are done with your toys, we can talk about what I saw. My brief little.
Yeah, we have time for that. That's fine. Let's just open this stuff. They might help.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Finally.
Okay. So, roll me a 1d4.
1d4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll me a 1d4.
Come on, good high number. On. Oh.
Ooh.
Opposites.
Okay. All right. So as you open up yours, Galahad, what you notice inside of the box is a dice. And what you've picked up is something called a charlatan's dice.
Charlatan's dice.
Yeah. And you, Andre, as you open it up, your box, you see an amulet inside in there. And the amulet has a clock in it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a clockwork.
So is it like a pendant?
It's an amulet. That's like the best way I could describe it. And the amulet has like a clock in the center of it. So where a pendant would normally be, it's a small little clock. And if you go to the equipment stuff, you have a clockwork amulet now.
So there's nothing to like wear it around my neck or something like that.
You could wear it around your neck because that's how amulets work. But yeah.
Oh, sure. Putting that shit over my head. Andre doesn't really care.
Perfect. Just give me a second, guys. Is Jorson still not back? How long does it take for this motherfucker to start up his computer?
His computer's a piece of shit, so it takes a minute. We were literally just talking about that.
Bro, this man's trolling, bro. Nah, bro, that man's trolling. That's crazy. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Yo, end the stream, Azura, and I'm gonna just have to adjust everything in OBS because this man's taking too long. This man's out here taking forever. He's fucking running Windows 95. Like, nigga, let's go. What's wrong with you?
Windows 95 beep
Nah,
boop.
bro, you trolling. That's
Going beep boop.
This man took 40 minutes to start up his goddamn computer.
Wait, how long have you been disconnected?
For about that long.
Bro, this guy's been disconnected forever. I don't think he's coming back, bro.
The funniest part is that he's still here. We can still hear him, but he's still not connected.
Nah, bro. Let me just fix this shit. This is taking too long. I ain't got time for all this.
I know, that's the funny part.
Hey man, it's not my computers. That's all I know.
All right. So, yes, you guys can discuss what you've seen and kind of share with each other. Go for it.
All right. Well, if it was any other day, this dice would have been very useful, but it's not going to help with our situation. So, what did you see, Azura?
Well, it's mostly what I experienced. The guards don't really seem to be that concerned so long as you look like you're one of them. I walked in with 2 different disguises, walked right by, had casual conversation, was able to get past the tower with relative ease. I looked over to the area where we were told that there were a lot of guards, and I did notice that there were some guards sticking outside having generous conversation, but I didn't want to pry too deeply. I didn't want to try my luck. As I walked over from the right side here, down over to this area here, I wasn't really interacted with by this guard at all. He didn't seem to care. When I went over to this area, I did notice that there were archers armed and ready at the top of the keep on this end here. So that was something that we should probably think about. And then when I headed over to the stables, it looked like they were feeding camels. I didn't see any horses, but I did see 1 guard on duty in that area. So we could probably move through these houses quietly.
Interesting. Okay. So going with the second idea. Moving through that area, now that we know there's not a lot of guards, taking out the mage and the archer up here by going up the steps, teleporting and such, and then making our way across the water.
Yes. Another thing I thought about was we could always cast a spell here, because I could always cast Orb of Darkness here, which is 30 feet in terms of diameter. We could use that as an opportunity to change our disguises while clouded amongst the darkness and go invisible for those that can, and simply sprint or walk out here and blend in with the crowd that would be fleeing from the chaos.
I don't think there'll be a crowd fleeing. They're just guards around here. They would go towards the chaos.
But what? I'm sorry, isn't this like, don't people have to enter through here just to get into the main town? Or is this just a different exit that we're talking about altogether?
It's there's no people around here, I'm sure. As far as
Because I
I
was
know.
under the assumption that people still walked through here, but they just had to quickly go out of this area.
Oh, you're talking about doing this during the middle of the day? I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that we're
leaving
doing
at
this at night. I keep forgetting we're doing this at
I
night.
mean, if we're not doing it at night, your shadow thing will draw lots of attention. Because it'll be like a giant black cloud in the middle of daytime. So we would have to pick one or the other. And even so, I don't think people will be leaving at that kind of way during the middle of the day. I mean, did you see anyone when you were there
In which area? Which point to where?
at all? Did you see anyone at the end of the area
No, I
over
didn't
here
see
or
anyone.
walking through the area?
So I misunderstood. What I thought was because of the festivities happening tomorrow was that the areas with around the town would be open, but would have scrutinous entrance. So basically, you would still see merchants or whatever coming into the town, but there would be a stricter policy letting them in, which gave the escaping aspect a little bit easier, which is what Ali told us. So even though I didn't see anyone there today, I was under the impression that tomorrow that would be a different story. But that doesn't matter because I completely forgot we were trying to leave at night.
Well,
If we're
I
leaving at
honestly
night,
do
we
not
should be able
remember.
to
I don't.
move around fairly easily.
I think so. I think moving around this area, since you said there was less guards, I mean, we'll have to watch out for those archers. But once we get to this point with the stables, there's only one guard to deal with, and then we can go partially up the stairs. I can teleport from the stairs up to try to take out the mage, or take out the mage from a distance with an arrow or two, and
Yes.
then you guys can take the other invisibles. People can take out this guard. We can hop and scale off the wall, make it across the river with the magic and such, and get to the exit point.
Another thing to remember is that they seem to assume that I was a rookie. So we can use that to our advantage. And a lot of the guards were always asking if I was heading to the barracks. So we
Okay.
can use that as an advantage as well. Now, I'm not really sure where the barracks are. I believe we can ask Ali to point that out on the map. But if we
Well,
ever get caught, we can use that as an excuse to move in a different direction.
okay. Well, you were walking on this map, right? And did one of them ask you if you're going to the barracks
Yes.
directly?
He asked
And
me, I believe around here is where I bumped into him. He said,
and then what did you say in response?
I said, I'll head there eventually, but I actually just wanted to take. What did I say?
Well, if you said you were going to head there eventually, then we have no idea, because if you said you were going to head there and you started heading off in the direction of the barracks and he didn't correct you, you would know that it's the barracks. But it's probably smart you said eventually, because you might have been
Well, yes,
outed
of
for not
course.
knowing where you're going.
Well, we need to. That's why I said we should ask Ali. He can tell us where the barracks are specifically.
I don't think he could. He knows that this area up here is full of guards, but he doesn't know which building is used for what. Or even if there was guards in these buildings, which clearly doesn't seem to be.
It wouldn't hurt to ask. The worst case scenario, he simply says he doesn't know, and then
Okay.
we at least know that if we keep on this path and somebody asks if we're heading to the barracks, we said we can make some excuse saying either yes or not yet.
Mm-hmm. So, where should we place the barrel then, in your opinion?
Honestly, wherever. If we place it somewhere near the keep, it should be enough to distract the local guards from the main entrances surrounding the keep.
Okay, so if we place the barrel here,
it would be best for me to throw it in. That is.
I don't think you'll be able to throw it over the moat and then also not draw attention to where exactly you are.
Seem to be forgetting that I can turn invincible.
That's true. You can turn
Invisible.
invisible, but if there's a barrel being thrown, they will know that it came from which direction because there's guards
Well,
at
you're
the posts.
misunderstanding. I throw the barrel, then I turn invisible. Well, ideally after dashing.
Yes, but they'll know that where you threw it from. And if you're in the same vicinity as us, they'll point as like, hey, there's people throwing barrels from this area over here. You got my drift?
Yes, I do, but I am also saying that there is no reason for us to be together at that point.
That is also a fair point. So, if that's what you want to do, we can do that. I would just like to be on the opposite area from where you are.
It is just an idea. I will leave it up to you.
Remember that there are still mages there that will be able to sense your presence.
True.
So, I say that we try to come from this area and then light the barrel maybe near the center and go over here next to this building, or if preferably over here between these two buildings. But again, coming from this area is a little more dangerous because it's by the castle, so we might need to definitely keep to the
Yeah, you guys
shadows
can do
at
that.
night. But again, it's up to you guys. I don't fancy crossing this way just to get over here, to be honest with you. But we can do that.
Fuck it, let's do it.
We could come from this area, you disguised as a guard, and be wheeling crates, with some of us being in some of them, I guess. Or no, that's too many people.
I
Never
think the
mind.
better plan is to have them set off the keg. If there's any way for them to set off the barrel, the better.
Well, let's wait till they get here then. We understood the plan. We're
As you
moving
guys
on
are,
this side next to the
as you-
stables, correct?
as you guys are talking,
Everyone got that?
as you guys are talking and having this
Yes.
conversation, there's a few knocks from the trapdoor once again, and
I'm gonna. Gala's just gonna moan. It's like, oh, guys, I'm getting kind of tired of this. Let's not make this a habit. And I'll notch my arrow again, and wait by the
Yeah.
entrance so I can surprise them if I don't like
the
them.
hatch is opened, you hear Alini says, "The other individual supposed to join you has just arrived. He's come here a little bit early to hear about your plan." And so, as that happens, rather than Ali coming down, you see a different set of footsteps, and you notice about a 6-foot tall human male come down, and he's got a bit of a strange looking hat, but otherwise his gear looks like raggedy adventurer's gear. And he looks at you and he says, "I believe we're going to be partners for today. I've come to assist you inside of this escape. Now, hopefully y'all don't ask me too many questions about myself, and I won't ask you about yourselves, and we can just get up on out of here.
Fair enough.
Does that work for y'all?"
Generally,
I only have one question.
no,
Go
we
ahead.
don't have. We have more than one question, but she has one question.
That's why I said I. What fighting style are you? Are you a mage, bard? What's your class?
Personally, I just prefer not being seen and stabbing people when they're not looking.
Well, Joy. I think we can get along quite well.
All right, then.
All right. Well, just to do little introductions, not even needing that much of an introduction, but I am pretty well versed with general weapons of any sort. This big fellow over here is about the same, yet he does have some abilities to keep him hidden. And the rest of us are a mix. The other two, well, you can introduce yourselves, but any mixes of martial and spell combat. So we're a pretty mixed group here.
My name is Reyes. Well, I'm just here to help out. So I don't know much about magic, but what I can do is not be seen. It's probably my
Alright.
best skill set.
Well enough. Well, let's get down to the plan. And we'll
Are you comfortable with
go
killing
around
the
the map.
people?
I'll do what I must. And as he says that, he kind of looks over at you, Jorson, with your mask on. He says, Does this one never show his face?
Nope, and we never ask about it.
All right then.
So, what do you want us to call you? You don't have to give us your real name.
I already said my name's Reyes.
Okay,
You just
I
call
wasn't
me
paying
that.
attention. But Reyes it is. Let's get down to the plan. So, this is the map that we were given, and I point out the stables, the tower, the guard situation, and all that.
We'll just say you've told him the whole plan. And he says,
Yeah.
understood. Whatever y'all need me to do, I'm ready to do it.
Can
Could
You
you?
just gotta ask me for it.
Could you activate the powdered barrel and set it off and be able to meet us around this area near the stables?
I mean, I could maybe fire an arrow with a bit of like spark set to it, so when it hits it, it might. It depends what's inside the barrel. Are you guys even aware?
It's some sort of explosive, but we're not sure exactly what type.
All right. Well, listen, I could get something like a little blasting scroll, and then I could set it off.
Okay. So,
I could do that.
I think we can put up to a vote now. I want to come from this area and head along the wall. What do you guys wish to do? I prefer the barrel is over here. That's my vote.
You said you cut out where you said you.
I
the barrel over
believe
here?
I want the barrel to be over here and us come from this direction. Even though it's a little more dangerous, I think it's worth the risk. But that's my vote. You guys can vote between the two options.
Wouldn't it be easier to just have the barrel set here, nonchalantly set it off, and then walk over here when it detonates?
In the middle of the night and nonchalantly walk over there? I mean, you can as a guard. These other ones will be invisible, but I, for one, cannot do either of those things. So I would have to stealth between the shadows of the buildings.
Hmm.
I can maybe be stationed over here and hide between these buildings, waiting.
So just to be clear, you guys want to set off the barrel, then run towards the stable area, and then
Just
what?
be clear, I wish to set off the barrel over here.
Yeah.
Us be over in this direction. Maybe I can just be hiding with minor illusion in a crate over here, as the invisible ones are with me, and then
Okay.
was a Zero
I get
walks
that for the
over.
first half. I
Then
get that for the first
we
half.
go over by the state through this area on this side.
Yeah. Okay. I just
through
want to
the
know for the
stables.
second half. You guys want to go here to the stable area and what kill one of these guards, or do you want to go into the tunnel? Like, what are you guys trying to do?
I think we're gonna improvise. Hopefully, I think we should go kill the mage with an arrow. I can teleport up, hopefully, or get on the stairs and teleport up. Or if that all fails, then we can go over the main exit or
Okay.
the tunnel over here.
All right. Well, in that case, if you want, I could definitely set off the barrel. That's all you need. I could definitely do my part in that regard, so long as we have a way out of here.
We
do
need
whatever it
also to
takes.
be able to move out. So instead of just going to this exit over here, we're going to use that as our backup option. The only reason is because there's so many guards in this area.
Galahad, wait. Reyes, how stealthy are you? Like, are you stealthy enough to climb these steps and take out one of the guards?
I mean, I could certainly try. Can't guarantee that I'll succeed, but I'm pretty good at what I do.
So why don't we have
Galahad.
both of us try it?
I was thinking the same thing. You take out one, he takes out the other.
I can try to teleport up and take out the mage here while you try to take out the guard.
Let it be known that I can teleport too. However, it is not stealthy.
It's not stealthy. No. Well, let's use that not as a main course of action then.
All right.
In that case, I think we should set off the barrel and at least hide behind these buildings until it goes off and then make our way around. What do you guys think?
Let's do it.
Okay. That's the plan.
All right.
Unless anyone disagrees, that's it.
So let me.
I agree.
All right. So I'm going to now load up the other side of the map without all this other shit on it. Okay. So you guys have set on a course of action. Is there anything else you guys want to do in preparation?
I don't think so. I guess I would get an arrow wrapped in a little bit of cloth and doused with oil. That way I can use as a
Jorson
flame
crash
arrow.
again? Did Jorson crash again? Yeah, he crashed. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
That-
gosh.
Bruh. Yeah, this man. Okay, we're just gonna have to play with Jorson. I'm gonna
Going
leave
in
him
and out, basically. He's probably not going to be here for the entire escape if it goes the same way last time.
All right, let me just. If he did his game crash or his laptop crash?
the Wi-Fi crashed, so he's grabbing an Ethernet cord right now. He'll be
Okay,
back
cool.
in like 2 or 3 minutes.
All right.
Okay. The computer didn't crash, at least.
Okay, so we're just gonna have to keep moving. Then eventually I'll have to adjust OBS again. So now you guys, is there anything else you guys want to do in preparation?
Can I try to know what that scroll is again? I could have asked Jordan when he was here.
You wouldn't be able to try to identify it yourself.
All right,
again,
then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Georgian
I'm just going
actually
to.
has like a better plus ratio on Arcana too, so he
He
should
does.
probably just look at it himself.
But I'm just gonna douse like 2 or 3 arrows with wrapped with a little bit of cloth. That way I can light them on fire and use them during the escape.
Yeah, and just in the
Or-
future, just so you guys know, if you guys have things you can't identify, there are merchants for that.
Okay.
So you guys are not supposed to be able to identify every item out there unless you guys are historians. I'm not gonna.
That makes sense.
Cool. So now that we are there with that,
Does Ali visit us again anytime between this after this conversation? Because I would like to ask him about if he knows the location of the barracks or if he has anything that we can
you can
purchase.
certainly call for him if you'd like.
I do a gentle call. Ali,
All right.
Ali, are you there?
And a little bit of time goes by before you hear the trap door being unlocked once again. And he comes in. He comes down. And he says, "Are the preparations for tonight ready?"
Yes, but one question: do you know where the soldier barracks are located on this map?
Unfortunately, not. Whatever kind of intel we were able to gather, we didn't want to get too close to the guards themselves. So you'll have to forgive us. We don't have all that information about what's going on in those houses.
So we would like to set the barrel where we said it was, and then we're going to move from this side instead, and be as stealthy as we can in between these buildings.
Understood. I kind of surmised that you didn't want the barrels placed there beforehand, so I've brought it for you. And then he kind of goes back upstairs, and then brings the barrel over his shoulder and comes down the ladder, and he lays it down. He says, "Do not open this crate. The moment you do, it'll cause a problem."
What is in it?
If we open it, okay then.
That was the instructions. These are properly sealed for a reason. Highly volatile. I don't want my whole home to be destroyed.
So if we shoot it with an arrow, that might actually set it off, guys. So let's keep that in mind as an option.
What is the blast radius?
I couldn't tell you. I can tell you it's probably larger than 30 feet.
What is in here?
Is some kind of
I
explosive.
couldn't tell you.
Some sort of explosive, and that's fine. We don't need to know.
Okay.
Explosive's an explosive. We'll pierce the barrel from a long distance, or a man can set it off if it does. But if that doesn't work, we can also just explode
Ali-
the barrel from a distance.
Ali, is there any items that you have for sale that we can use to prep ourselves for our departure? And I would hate to be the type of person that asks such a selfless request, but is there any way that our previous good deeds could give us some form of affordable discount on the goods? Unfortunately, our pockets aren't as well as we'd like them to be for such a journey.
Roll me a persuasion.
Spider-Man does whatever Spider does.
Can I assist since I have advantage if I say something nice?
That was 13, by the way.
Oh, never mind. You already rolled
Yeah,
it.
he looks at you and he says, "Considering I've already assisted you with all this and provided you with the maps, as well as aiding hands in these barrels, I cannot give you more. There comes a time when we have to also accept that the blood price has been paid."
I understand.
Oh, there's that.
I did not want to overstep my.
Ali,
welcome.
real quick, before you go, one last request. This hopefully won't take long for you to do, but I'll pull out the scroll. Could you please assist us in understanding what this is? I picked it up a while back. and I'm failing to understand what it's for.
He looks at the scroll. He says, "Yes, these are clearly spell scrolls. Powerful magic has been laden within these.
Thank you very much.
I can identify one of them, but not the other. And you should grab one. It's a scroll of Flame Strike. I think it's a level 4 spell. If I'm not
All right, thank you.
The
Thank
other
you,
one you'll
Ali.
have to find someone far more proficient in magic than I. It's been a long time since I've looked at one of these.
I can try and identify it.
You already tried to help him with the action the other time. I don't want people to just constantly
okay.
roll for the same action. So
Yeah,
once
no
you use
worries.
the help action to help him, then that's it.
And were you able to acquire the powdered diamond and incense?
Unfortunately, the powdered diamond was not something I could acquire. I'm sorry. On such short notice, considering everything that's going on within the city and the preparations that I've been organizing for your escape, I was not able to acquire such a thing.
I understand.
But
But
here's
you,
the incense. So you should have some incense that you can now add to your inventory.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
How many items of incense can I add?
You can just add 3 of them.
Giggity.
Ali, do you have rations and survival supplies for journeying?
I took the time to look through your belongings and I was able to find that you already had rations set up for you guys. Beyond that, the point of contact on the exit point may have rations for you guys should the journey be arduous outside the city. But I have nothing that I can give you from here.
All right. Well, we have our water skins, we have our rations, and we have our plan. Let's get ready at night.
Yeah, Reyes just kind of sits in the corner quietly, just saying, whenever y'all ready, I'm good to go.
All right. I guess we'll wait till it's night, and especially like kind of late. That way the guards are a little tired. It's not like right when they their peak awakeness. I don't know.
All right, cool. Yeah, so if you guys want to do a quick little short rest, you guys can do that. And at which point, when you guys awake, you realize that it's the time to engage in the plan. Reyes is already up and ready, kind of sharpening his blade, as well as prepping his quiver. And yeah, what do you guys want to do? Anything before you go?
Yeah. Is Ali with us, or
Holly's already
That's-
upstairs and he's locked the trapdoor.
okay? At some point, I wanted to make sure to ask him where Tacitus' body is buried.
He would have left you a little message saying, should you return to the city, I'll be able to reveal the location.
All right. Let's move out.
Yeah.
And I'll don our cloaks, and then try to be hidden as we're coming out.
Yeah, as you guys leave the cellar with your cloaks on, you guys try to maintain a low profile as you keep your hoods on and keep a bit of distance with you guys as to not congregate too strongly as an obvious group. As you stick to the back alleys, move through the neighborhoods, and everything is so quiet, you start to hear the noise of festivities happening towards the palace area, one which you are avoiding. And as you arrive closer and closer towards the northwestern gate, you arrive at the location that Azura had earlier scouted. And I'm now going to drop your minis onto the table right there. So you guys have just arrived here. I'm going to make the scale a little bit smaller just so you fit in the squares.
Oh, we can't come in from the other side yet? Okay.
There you go.
Let's do this.
Okay. Just so the scale makes sense, and Andre's way bigger than you guys. Cool. All right, so you guys have now all arrived here. Jorson, I'll drop your model in a second. And what
Thank
do
you.
you guys wish to do at that moment?
I would like to go in between the buildings and start working our way to the other side, like we planned. Before all that, I guess we're gonna lay down the barrel. All right, we should lay down the barrel next to these buildings over here.
I look towards Reyes to see if he understands that's him who's supposed to be doing it.
Oh, so he has the barrel?
Yeah, he said he was going to set it off.
Well, I thought Andre would be carrying the barrel to make sure it doesn't explode. You know,
I mean,
since
yeah,
it's probably
completely.
pretty big.
Yeah, if you guys want
Wouldn't
Andre
want
care,
you
it's
to
fine.
hurt
So
yourself.
can you guys
now,
just let me
would
know
we?
exactly where you want it placed?
I think we should place it right here. What do you guys
Okay,
think?
on the outside of that door. Okay, cool. So let me.
Well, not right outside the door, but like, well, I guess so. As long as it's like not obvious and it's kind of hidden, but we can see it from a good way, right of way.
Well, there were no keeps. There was no archers up here, right? So
They could have changed shifts, right?
what
Yeah,
we're,
you guys are too far right now, so let me just check. 1, 2. Yeah, it's too far. You'd have to get a little bit closer to be able to confirm. It's nighttime, so consider like dark vision. For those who don't have dark vision, that would be Andre for sure, as well as Reyes. These two do not have dark vision.
I don't have dark vision either.
I do.
Okay, all right. So now it's really you guys are gonna have to be the eyes. Jorson and Tacita, Azura are the ones who have.
How's the sky? Is there moonlight to be able
There's
to?
moonlight, so you'll be able to see within 20 to 30 feet of you, but like beyond that, it's still too obscure.
All right. So how we're setting? Are we setting off this from and going away? Right. So let's try to move to across and get to this area over here.
Okay, cool. So as Andre goes over and he lays down the barrel, Reyes starts to fiddle with one of the doors here on the right, goes inside the building and positions himself on the roof in a very like stealthy manner. Let me just make sure.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Bro.
Okay. Okay. As he gets up there, he kind of positions himself against one of the walls, and as he leans into it, one of the pieces of the walls just breaks off the roof and falls to the ground, making a bit of noise. At which point,
I disguise self.
you guys have started to already move, so you guys would be like right around here.
Well, we're not moving in front of the building, Jared. We're about moving behind the buildings.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
Okay.
I'll probably still place you guys like still.
Yeah,
still
yeah,
around
yeah.
here.
That's fine.
That's fine. And
If my boy gets found out, then it was nice knowing Reyes. I ain't sticking around for that.
and then at this
No,
point, you
noble
guys can-
service.
And then at this point, you guys can start to see some of the guards. You see one right over here. If Azura's around the corner, one right there. And there does happen to be one guard who's now standing, and he's standing right over here at one of these buildings, kind of looking the direction of what fell down. So, let me just roll another stealth check.
Come on, Reyes. Oh my
Okay.
God.
So as the thing falls down, he immediately slunks down just behind the stairs, a little bit below, behind the wall, so that he wouldn't be visible. And at that point, one of the guys patrolling starts to walk towards that location. All right. So now, what do you guys want to do at this point?
Well, two of us are invisible, right? And
Oh, are you guys? I don't know. You guys haven't cast it.
Oh,
yet,
are
so
you
you
not
guys
No,
cast it.
I
Okay,
haven't.
you're not.
I haven't casted it yet.
okay, all right. So I think we
That's
should
what you're gonna
continue.
have if the time between when I cast my first disguise self and now was enough for me to get my spell slots back.
You took a short rest.
No, short
right?
rest doesn't give you your spell slots back. So
Yeah, it does.
you only have 2 first level spells. So if you already used it again, you have 1 spell slot left for first level.
All right, so we should move behind these buildings.
Wasn't
that
it
possible,
8
Abba?
a.m. when I left to go investigate this area?
No, it was like early afternoon when you'd gone and you'd come back later on in the afternoon. It takes quite some time to get there and get back. So by the time you've gone and now you guys are leaving again, it wouldn't be a full long rest. It wouldn't be a full 8 hours. So you don't have your spell slots back.
So let's walk behind this building. These buildings. Is that possible, Abba?
Yep, sure. You
Okay.
guys want to walk behind the buildings?
We're gonna stealth behind the buildings and
Okay.
try
and now
to
you
use.
arrive at an opening. So what do you guys want to do when you get around here?
Oof. All right. Well, are you two big? You two guys, can you go invisible so we can get past this opening,
By
or
the
do
way,
you want
did
to
you
wait?
tell him what the signal was for when he's supposed to blow it up?
Oh, I thought I mind linked with him so we can. Oh,
I mean,
Uh,
yeah,
so I
you've-
can tell-
well, you've
we can
broken,
talk.
The mind link, I think, is 60 feet.
oh, you're right.
Yeah, I think it was originally 30 feet.
Okay,
and then
so
I
he would have
doubled it.
known that we were going to go to this other side. So I guess he's going to wait till we're on the other side.
Okay. He has no way of knowing when you're gonna get there, but
Oh, that's true. So
okay,
I have
so-
no idea how we're gonna do this.
okay, all right, it's okay. The plan's already in action. It's got a couple holes, but it's fine. And what do you guys want to do at this moment?
Just
You guys
tell
are
him to
behind
set it off in 2 or 3 minutes, and we move quickly.
All right. I guess I'll walk back behind the other building and try to get within 60 feet of them and let them know it's like, hey, set it off in like 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, all right. And at this point, by that time, the guard would have gotten here, and he's inspecting the piece of wood, and he sees it's broken, and now he's a little bit confused. And at this point, he kind of disappears around this corner.
All right, we're gonna continue. I'm gonna meet with the group and say, all right, guys, come on, invisible, all that stuff. Let's get through.
Did you let him know that a guard was investigating the area?
Yeah, I mean, he can see them. I told him like there's guards. No, I didn't actually tell. Oh,
No, you
gosh,
didn't tell him.
it's
And at
not
this
done.
point, now
It's not
too
a
late.
point.
So-
Let's just go.
so-
Let's
so
just
what
go.
do you-
Let's
what
go.
do you
Let's
guys
go. Let's go.
All right. Okay,
And-
so you guys want to cross? What do you guys want to do?
I want to stealthily cross behind, or like, I want to basically pay attention to this guy, and whenever he's not looking here, I want to like quickly like dash or stealthily dash across.
Yep. Of course.
So fast but stealthy.
So I'm
Yeah.
going to cast. How wide is this area? I think it's more than 35, 10, 15, 20. So I'm going to cast my echo on the other side and switch places with the echo.
Okay, so Galahad swiftly just teleports to the other side, is able to make it behind the building. What about the other two? You guys want to do what? Azur, you want to just walk past?
I was going to pay attention to him and then dash based off of when.
In a stealthy way, you're just going to do a stealth check
Okay,
across.
all right.
Is what
He
you
wants
mean?
to. He wants to
Yeah.
run across. Okay. What about
I
you,
said
Andre?
stealthy way.
You
meant
said you want to
speed.
dash in a stealthy way. All right, cool. So, Andre, what are you doing?
I'm gonna jump across.
Are you guys playing the same game as
Okay,
me right now?
All right. So Andre wants to jump across, and what about you, Jorson?
I am going to use prestidigitation and try and like make a sound of like splashing water next to the guard over here.
What's the range on
Prestidigitation.
I'm pretty sure the range of the spell is not that far. It's 10
I think
feet.
it's.
It's 10 feet. So you can make something
No.
in your direction that travels that way, but you can't make a sound that originates from there.
How is there like a limit on your guys' invisibility ability or something?
No, I just don't like using stuff unless I have to.
That
Yeah,
makes
okay.
sense. But
So
I
what
feel
do you
like we're
want-
already gonna get caught now. With Mr. Jumpity and running across stealthily.
Hey, I get a stealth check.
Sure. Okay. I will do whatever you need to do. Loquacious. I'm pretty sure you can think through the problem.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is since I'm still like over here, I'm gonna get some like light, or I'll still make the sound of splashing water, but I'll make it like over here.
Okay, but
Why don't
it's
you-
Only, it's only 10 feet, so you're behind a building. The only way you could cast it is like right at the front door of this building. There's no way you can cast light over there.
I can't advise you because I'm way over here. Never mind.
Yeah, but I can make the thing is I can project where the sound comes from. So like even if I can only cast it 10 feet like over in front of this house, I can still make the sound travel in his direction that way.
Yeah.
I can make the sound
Right.
whatever.
But he would be hearing it from his right side. So let's say he's facing off in this direction, right? And you make a sound that travels towards him. Well, he would be hearing it from where you're coming from. You can't make the sound originate from where you want. That's not how the spell functions.
You
The
can
spell
make
has
it.
like a
okay,
the
so you have
spell
a
has very
10-foot
limited
radius.
range. It's a very limited.
Thaumaturgy does
10
that though.
So you have
Huh?
10-foot range around you, and from that range, you can make the sound travel in a direction. So you can make it like a sound go in the direction, but if I'm just gonna like coo little Tweety bird, throw a freaking rock, and that would probably be fine. Throw a
Yeah,
rock
it's-
over and into the water would probably be better.
Yeah.
So what do you so what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a rock, toss it into the water,
Okay. All right. And then after that, you want to
and
run?
then I'm gonna.
Okay.
stop
cool.
saying
so,
run.
I want.
I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna move across. I'm gonna make a stealth check. Like,
Okay,
that's the
all right.
goal.
So Andre, roll me a stealth check. Azura, roll me a stealth check, and Jorson, you do the same thing. So first, Andre, you go first. Okay. So Azura, so what's your stealth?
12. Was that 6? 14.
Is that
That was a
14.
6.
14.
14 for stealth? All right. What about you, Andre?
character builder.
Okay.
12.
Roll 12. All right.
12.
Okay. And you, Jorson?
Come on, Jorson.
Why did that roll a D4? What the hell?
It's all good.
It's fine. Try my roll next to me on mine. I'll fix yours.
Yeah, I'm just going to mine.
Yeah, some of these are broken.
Okay. That's a D10 12. So I'll just roll it. I'll roll it. This is taking. Yeah. I don't know.
There we go. There we go. I got a D20.
Okay, cool. All right. So here's what happens. As you toss the rock, Jorson, the guard kind of looks to his left and he's a little bit confused because he hears like a tiny little sound in the water. And at this point, you use that opportunity to move stealthily across and you're able to cross that issue. Azura, you similarly are able to wait for that moment when Jorson distracts a person and run across. However, Andre, as you try to jump across, you end up hitting one of the wooden planks on the side of the house, making a bit of noise, and the guard turns around and he goes, "Is someone there?" And he starts to move towards you guys.
I moved this way.
Okay, so you guys start to move a little bit faster in this direction, and the guard comes around the corner, and he cannot see you guys because you guys have just turned the corner. And then he starts to return back to his post, and he stops right there.
All right.
Now, this guy walks into the home to see if anything is wrong. Nothing seems to be out of place. Let's see what happens with our buddy over here. Yeah, so he finds a barrel in the corner of the room and then places himself right behind it, putting his cloak over himself, almost looking like he's supposed to be some old rundown piece of furniture. And as the guard comes upstairs and starts to inspect everything just to see if anything's wrong, let's see if he beats it. He looks around, but he's not able to see anything. He just sees where the wooden rooftop plank fell off, and he just sees it kind of like the broken piece dangling, and he just kind of goes back down the stairs and continues on his patrol coming out here. And so now it's back to you guys. What do you guys do?
All right. Move around this
Let me see.
building.
You guys are 60 feet away. Cool. You can now see one guard placed over here, and you notice also one guard placed up here, but he's kind of staring in towards the keep.
So can we move around this building? Like around it over here instead of going front. If we
Yep.
go back here this way.
Yeah. You guys want to go behind the building?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys go behind the building and you guys end up here. Unfortunately, this area is fenced off. So you could try hopping over the fence or breaking through, but the back area over here is fenced off. You can only cross in front or try to go around the fence somehow.
Okay. So
The fence is about, I would say it's like 10 feet tall.
10 feet. All right, I think we can probably. Oh, getting Andre go first, the hard part.
I look to
I'll
his
let-
group and I go, I think this is where I use my disguise.
Well, I think it's best if we use our abilities. How long can you guys be invisible for?
An hour.
An hour. I think that's good enough for this. So if you two can be invisible and walk in front with also Azura in disguise patrolling as one of the guards, then I can make my way over the fence and move back here.
Very well.
And as you guys
I
are
just will need
discussing
Andre.
stuff-
I will need you to lift me up so I can see over the fence. That
as you
way I
guys
can
are
cast my
discussing
shadow.
Stuff. This guy comes up here and he's arrived here now. So he's on patrol.
Okay. So I guess very quickly, I'm gonna have Andre boost me up a little bit so I can see over the fence, cast my shadow, and then he'll go invisible if he wants to and moves like we said. And I'm just going to teleport with my shadow back here.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So Andre, Jorson, invisible. Azura look like a guard on patrol, patrolling around.
Yeah, I definitely am not dressing up as a guard.
Okay. Do what do you want to do? Dress up whoever you want to be. I
Correct.
don't
Okay.
care.
All right. So you teleport over here.
Yep. And and then Andre will go invisible after boosting me up, and Jorson will as well, and they'll move
All right.
around
Yeah, as
this
Andres
way.
puts his back against the fence, you come up, and he lifts you with one hand. That's how he boosts you. He puts you over the top of, and then he kind of just looks back at you, and you are now over the fence, and you are back here.
Okay, and then you guys can move stealthily around the other way, since you guys can be invisible and such.
Yeah, do you want me to make another stealth check, Abba?
Are you going invisible?
Yeah, I'm going invisible, but I'm still gonna move quietly.
Okay, no, you won't have to do stealth check. If you're invisible, you're invisible. Unless you trip over something.
Okay.
Fine. Cool. So,
Word.
what about you, Azura? You have now transformed into what?
I transform into an off-duty guard again, and now I'm like slowly walking, like I'm a little tipsy.
Okay. All right.
And I'll be shadowing them, moving back here. Can I move around this building, or do I need to go through it?
This building you can't move around. So this building you're actually gonna have to either go through it, or you're gonna have to go through it or come back on the main street.
Can I, since Andre just helped me over this way, can I use my echo instead to get on the roof?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and move stealthily across the roof, shadowing
cool.
their movements.
Yeah. As a black shadowy figure appears on the rooftop. Let me actually see if this guy's gonna notice. Okay, no, he's so busy, just kind of lackadaisically being bored on the rooftop that he doesn't even look anywhere around him, and he's not paying attention to what's going on. Okay, so now you are now on the rooftop. Roll me a stealth check, just so I know. Yeah.
So I have a
and
22.
As you are hugging some of the planks that exist already on the rooftop, use those as covers as you move through the roof. And considering the guards have not seen anybody try to infiltrate this part before, they're not at alert. And Azura, you walk towards the guard, and now you were within vision, and he says, "Oi, what are you doing over here?"
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a little too much to drink at the bar. I can't even tell left from right now. I just want to head to the barracks, but I'm a little out of sorts.
When's your next shift?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I really hope it's not in the morning.
All right, roll me a deception check.
I have advantage on deception when performing, by the way. That's a 27.
And he looks at you and says, "That's fine. Just make sure Gorkas doesn't see you drunk like this, potentially having a shift early in the morning. I know what you've been through. Generally, if you're drunk, you should stay at home, but you do what you gotta do to pay the bills. Carry on."
I was just gonna take a nap and then wake up, hopefully. Oh my
That's not an
god.
issue. Just make your way.
Brother, where am I? The barracks are straight ahead, yeah?
Yes, if you go here, take a right, and then follow the groupings of housing towards the northeastern section, you'll be able to find the barracks over there.
Thanks, man. If I see you again at the bar, I'll drink on me.
I'll hold you to it, Hydra.
Alright, and I keep moving with the same drunken stumble.
All
All right. As he's talking to the guard, could I have cast my echo on the? No, not cast my echo. Yeah, I guess cast echo over there.
You want to recast it, or do you want it to fly through the sky?
I'm recasting that thing. I don't
Okay.
care. I'll burn through all my uses if I have to. I'm not making the shadow fly through
All
the
right,
sky.
yeah. So as you cast it and you transpose yourself with it, you just switch spots, and the shadowy figure now turns and it materializes. Now you have taken its spot, and now the echo is where you were.
Got it. And I'll dissipate it because I'm gonna move out of its range.
Okay, all right. And let me just add yet another guard over here that Azura can see, as well as another guard right here at the front of this keep. Now,
Can I? Okay.
yeah, do you want to come down?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to come down right here around this area.
All right, so that's about a 20-foot drop, so I need you to roll me an athletics check.
Could I rappel down since I have rope?
Okay, it'll take you some time, but you can certainly go through the process of preparing that.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna leave you. Oh shit! Did I just bust this?
Did
gonna
you
be
say
there for a little
athletics or
bit.
acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics is +7, so plenty. 26.
Okay, yeah. You're able to nimbly use some of the bricks that are kind of protruding from the wall and bring yourself down until you just land very nimbly,
All right.
without making any sort of noise.
Sweet.
And you guys are just quietly invisible, just following Azura, who's drunkenly stumping down there. And Andre and
Yep.
Jorson are just chilling.
This actually might be the least resistance, guys.
Okay, so now you guys have moved forward. You've moved forward. Azura, where are you going?
I wanted to look over here. Was this area fenced, or is that just part of the design?
No, this area is fenced. This is where
Stables, right?
exactly, yeah. And this is like also a little neighborhood right here. So like this is like a bit of a gated area, if you will. You can go through the stables to get out to the other side, but if you want to go through here, you would have to either hop the fence and see what's on the inside.
Just go through the stables.
I kind of want to just go through the front. Like he told me, like this is northeast up here, right? Just to make sure. Is this northeast?
No, that'd be northwest. The stables. Northeast would be the other side where the barracks were.
Oh yeah, no. That's what I was asking. Sorry,
Okay,
you probably
yeah.
can't see my hand.
That is.
I was I was
Okay,
standing
and
on-
just
We're
as you
over
guys
here.
are discussing this, all of a sudden you hear the sounds of screaming. Oddly enough, you didn't hear any explosion. And as you guys look back, what you see is a very purple and greenish cloud emanating upwards. And you hear guards screaming, "Something's wrong! Something's wrong on the southeastern side!" And a lot of the guards start turning their attention as there seems to be screams. And
At this moment, I would actually head towards the center now.
okay. Towards this middle area here?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys? What do you guys want to do?
Well, I can't see any of them, so I'm just going to try to relay to them with a mind link, thinking they're right in the area.
Yeah. Well, they're close enough. They're within 60 feet, so you
like-
can have that conversation with them.
Okay, so where are we going? Why are you going to the center?
Because I'm dressed as a off-duty guard and an explosion happened. If the barracks are in this direction, it would be very weird for an officer to not be impersonating like he was going to get prepared and look and check it out.
Fine, but I'll have to move to the buildings. I can't move out where you guys are.
Of course.
All right, I'm gonna just try to get, I guess, through. I'm gonna try to go through the building area over here.
Try
So
going
that means I have to
through
go through the
stables.
fence.
I whisper. Try going through the stables. If I recall, there was only one person on duty.
That's
You
true, but I might alert the horses, so I'll just go around the stables, like this way, and try to hop the fence.
Okay. All right. What about you, Andre and Jorson? Where are you guys going?
I'm gonna stick with Azura.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. What about you, Andre? You sticking with Azura too?
Yeah, I will also do that.
Okay.
So I need to hop this fence and then get off over this
Yeah.
fence.
All right.
And-
And as panic begins to set in and everyone's freaking out, Azura, you come by one of the guards who is a little bit agitated, but he sees you coming from behind him as you're within 20 feet. And he says, "Stop!
Yeah,
Where are you going?"
I'm heading to the barracks. I was originally just gonna go there and wait for my shift, which should be in the morning. But with that explosion, I should prep and still.
All right. Roll me a deception. Roll me a deception.
That is a 25.
All right. Looks like he says, "You better hurry. They're going to be stopping everyone soon. There seems to be some kind of attack."
Okay, I will. And I move this way
Well,
quickly.
no, right when you turn the corner. All right, right when you turn the corner, you notice 3 guards coming directly in your direction.
Weep whoop.
Let's see here. And
Here
these
comes
guards
the
are not
police.
dressed like the other ones. Let me see here. 3. And they are walking straight towards you.
I'm gonna hug the sides so that I don't run into them.
Okay, let me just calculate distance real quick. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, if there's enough room. If not, I'll just stay
7,
back.
8, 9, 10. All right. Okay,
I-
so you're stopping right there.
I'm gonna groggily see them coming, and then like take a drunken step back, and then do like a drunken fake salute.
They come up to you, says, "Why are you just hanging about here drunk?"
Sir, I didn't want to be rude. You were in the way. I'm heading to the barracks right now, sir.
State your name and what regiment you're with.
Sir, I'm afraid I've had a bit too much to drink right now, but
All right, roll me a deception.
13.
He pulls out his sword and he says, "State which regiment you're with right now and who your superior officer is." And the two guys start to move past. And then as they hear you, things escalate, they say, "We have to hurry to the incident. What's wrong?" He says, "I don't recognize this one."
Sir,
And while that's happening, I'm going to go back to Galahad. Galahad, you get to this fence. You want to do what? How do you want to get over it?
That's a good question. Is there any way I could like? How stable does the fence look?
It looks stable enough. It doesn't look like it's going to just fall rickety. It's not rickety yet.
I don't want to have to burn another one of the echoes again, but let me see how many I have left. I've used 2, 4 left. Okay, I'm gonna. How about the roof? Can I teleport onto the top of the roof?
Which one?
The one that I'm right next to.
You can use your echo if you want to get up there, sure.
Yeah, I just want to use my echo to get up there and down. That way I can get around the fence without making any noise.
Okay, cool. So yeah, use your echo to switch spots with it. As the shadowy figure appears, you instantly switch spots with it and appear where it just had been. And you want to drop down, you're going to have to roll another...
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Got it. All right.
Well, how do you want to come down? Do you want to just jump straight down and like weather the fall? Do you want to?
It's all right. I already rolled it, so I don't want to. I don't want to change anything.
You're
last
able to
minute.
hop in between both buildings and land swiftly enough to not make too many noise. But as you do land, you do notice a few guards that were just kind of sitting around, hanging out right here. But they're not looking in your direction. They're actually looking in the direction of where the officers were.
All right, then I'm gonna try to plan my way around this way.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be talking right before that. I'm going to say to Andre and them are trying to connect and say, "What's going on? Is there a holdup?"
All right. So you guys can hear his voice. I don't know who wants to communicate. Andre and Joyson, what are you guys doing at this moment?
So he's doing the thought speech, right?
Yes.
Right.
To
So
your
you guys are talking. You can communicate with him telepathically, but you can't communicate with others.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No problem. I'll just tell him what's going on then.
Okay. Cool. So now you.
And then I'm also just waiting to see what happens with Azura.
Well, I'm gonna let them know. There's 2 guards in between these buildings, so keep an eye out if you need to move.
All right. And now Azura, you're up. He's right in front. He says, "State your officer's name and what regiment you're with."
Sir, my name is James. I'm from... And then I bend down to the ground and then use my voice to cast thaumaturgy to make the sound effect of vomiting. And then as I do that, I'm going to use my left hand to like cover my mouth and my right hand to go in my mouth and then force it to throw up.
Okay. Cast sleight of hand.
You mean roll for sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Oh my god! 8!
Yeah, and as you lean forward and you make the sound effect, you reach your hand towards your mouth to try to get yourself to puke, but you fail to do so, and you're not able to make yourself. And he says, "What are you doing?
Sorry!
Are you stalling for time?"
No, sir!
And then he yells to one of the guards by the gate. He says, "You! Do you know this one?" And this guard comes running forward. He says, "No, sir. He was asking me for directions towards the barracks."
Yes, I'm a little drunk. Ugh.
All right. And at this point, he says, roll me another deception check.
Some of these shitty ass. Thank you. Can I get a 23, please?
And he looks at you, says, "This one might be drunk, but we can't be certain. Take him inside, lock him up." And this guy goes to lean up towards you, and he points his spear. He says, "Follow me."
And as I get up, I am going to cast Orb of Darkness, or Darkness. Oh, man, shit. Well, hold on. Let me ask this question, DM. Would you consider this to be a performance?
No.
Fuck you. Yeah, in that case, I am... fuck, I'm probably gonna die. I'm gonna cast Darkness, and it's gonna cast a big-ass orb, like, right here to blind the area, and then I am going to run through in my confusion, or during the confusion of the Darkness spell.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, everybody roll me initiative.
Ain't shit else I can do.
Hold up. Before you guys do that, actually, no, you guys didn't tell me you wanted to do anything while you were watching this happen. So, guess we're going down this road. Oh. All right.
Resistance meter higher.
So I have 14. I don't know how you want to do this, Alba.
Let me Okay, so the Quacious rolled a 1.
Yeah, so I got a 3.
Okay. What about you, Azura? Azura rolled a 1 as well.
So that's a 4.
Alright, so it's gonna go the enemies, and then it's gonna go. Alright, let me just write this down. I was not expecting to fight like this.
Me either. Well, here we at it.
Okay, alright. And so, yes, all of a sudden, as they're in the middle of conversation and Azura feels a little bit cornered, she casts Orb of Darkness, and everyone's engulfed in it. So everyone here is... this whole area is just engulfed in darkness. And so, now, the enemy being within 5 feet of you, how does it work for Orb of Darkness?
You can't see anything. You can't see, you have no sense of perception, no light spells under level 3 will work.
Look this up real quick.
It's darkness, it's just darkness.
Oh, just the spell's called Darkness?
Yeah. It has a 30-foot or 30-foot diameter, and it's a sphere.
You can't see in there either.
No. But I know where I was facing, so I know where I can run.
Yeah. Well, the only thing... you know what? I'm going to do this again, so... Yeah, so they would try to be attacked with disadvantage because you know they're fighting. Okay, so as the darkness develops and panic ensues, most of the guards tension is still towards there because no one's screaming for help. But all of a sudden, all of them who have been engulfed in this darkness says, "One to attack!" and they just start screaming. Sound can still penetrate through the darkness, correct?
It does not say anything about sound, so that should be fine.
What's your AC?
My AC is 16. Oh, sorry, no, my AC is 13.
Okay, so that definitely hits.
I'm sorry, how do I not have a movement ability? Because since I initiated this, I should have like a surprise turn.
No, because you casted the orb, and that's where you get your surprise. But you won't be able to move. If you do, they still get attacks of opportunity because you're within 5 feet.
Yeah, but they would still have disadvantage while I was moving, which is
right,
fine.
right. And I just rolled with disadvantage right now. And so one of them swings at you and misses, but then the captain who's in front of you, he swings his swords and he catches you across your back. And going to have to roll a. You're gonna have to roll a concentration check. And he does 7 hit points of damage as the sword catches you across your back. So roll me a concentration check. All right, and you're able to maintain that. Now, you want to run, but you actually don't have any sense of direction. So, what?
But I know where I was standing, and I know the direction that I'm running.
Okay, all right then. You can move.
Yeah, I would bolt this way.
Okay, all right. And now these enemies have noticed you. And so, oh, okay. No, you can't move that much. Whoa, chill out. You got 30 feet. That's as far as you're going to be able to go. All right, cool. So that's going to be it for your turn. Now the rest of the enemies go. So, let me see if they know they're going to get out. So one of these guys moves off in this direction. The other one moves off in this direction. Ends up over here and then notices you. And then... All right, let's see if the other two make it out of the direction they want to. He does not. So he ends up over here, as does he. And this guy is going to take a swing at you as well. All right, and as he tries to swing at you, you're able to duck just in time. Maintain your concentration on your spell, and that's it for him. These two just noticed something's going on, so they will not get a turn. And now we go off to Galahad. Galahad, it's your turn. You, based off of what Jorson has been relaying to you, and you just realized that things have gone south, and that the plan to escape doesn't seem to be working. So, what are you doing this time? You see these two enemies, but they have not noticed you.
This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make.
Do what you need to do, man.
Keep.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna keep an eye out for guards, but I'm gonna move in this direction. That way, I have line of sight of these guards over here.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. As you move up there, you look around the corner and you don't see any guards there. You still remain out of line of sight for now. What do you want to do from here?
Oh crap! I can't even see them at this point. I am going to cast Minor Illusion and create. Oof. No, never mind. I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I can't really do much. Could I fire an arrow? No, that's too bad either. I don't have any good moves for this, to be honest, guys. I'm really sorry. Let's see.
You good, man.
I don't have any line of sight. I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action. And then I'm going to ready my action with my bow. If I find a guard, I'm just going to immediately shoot at him.
Cool.
If he's in my way.
That's fine. All right, perfect. And now we move on to Andre. Andre, you just watched what happened and you're still invisible. What do you want to do?
I think I want to move like right over here and watch what these guys in the middle do. Yeah, a little bit further so they don't literally walk into me like right here.
There's a fence right here, so they're not even looking at you. They're looking off in this direction.
Well, in that case, I'm going to try to climb over the fence stealthily.
Okay, cool. Roll me in athletics.
Sure. That is a 26.
Yeah, you're able to so easily, considering your giant frame, use the strength in your legs to hop across, and also weather your fall to not make too much noise. And you end up right here. So you're still hidden from everyone, and nobody can detect you.
I should still have some movement, right?
Yes. You still have
Alright.
another 30, just have another 20 feet.
That seems about right. Right in the corner there.
Yeah. You want to stay there?
Yep.
All right, cool. And now we move on to Azura. Azura, it's your turn.
No, to me.
No, you rolled a 3. Azura got a 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she had that.
Oh, I got you.
So the first guy, how much did he hit me for?
He hit you for 8, and the other 2 missed. You still got concentration on the darkness spell, so nobody can really see what's going on right now, and they haven't been able to call for a bunch of people. Only these guys have realized something's wrong.
I'm gonna attack this guy with a level 3 dissonant whispers. So I'm just gonna whisper things into his head and say, "Get out
Cool.
of my
It's
way."
it's what? It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yep, 16.
All right, let's see if he gets it. He fails. So roll for damage.
That is 5d6.
I don't know how much it won't help you.
He takes 17 damage and he has fear.
Yeah. So he just books it, and he runs in the opposite direction as voices enter in his head, and then he starts to question whether or not he was fit enough to be a captain of the guard. He runs off in this direction.
And then I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right, and now we go to Jorson. Jorson, you're still invisible. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move up to that fence and wait and see what these guards do before I try and hop over it. If they move forward, like I'll hop over, but I'm waiting for them.
You can't see the guards. You're too short.
Oh, word.
Yeah, you're like 6 foot tall. The fence is like almost like 8-10 feet.
All right, well, I'm gonna try and hop over then.
Yeah, okay, cool. So roll me in. You want to jump
Athletics?
over it nimbly, or do you want to climb over it? Roll me in acrobatics.
I want to try and like climb over it slowly, like so that I don't.
Yeah, then acrobatics would be the more nimble one.
Okay, word.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. You're able to so swiftly move over the top of it without even moving one single wooden plank, and nobody could hear you at all. And now you're on the other side of the fence. What do you want to do? These guys are still unaware. Nobody knows any of you guys are there, except they know about this person who's just run across. They know like something's wrong.
Yeah.
I'll just move up just a little bit and get like right next to Andre. I know I can't like really tell where he is, but
yeah. Okay, cool. So you move up there, and that's it.
yep, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wait.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say that when you use Dissonance Whisper, you don't get movement on your next turn, right? That uses your movement. So he's gonna just stand there, and now that the effects have worn off, he's gonna yell, "Everybody, we're under attack! Man the gates!" So now you hear a lot of noise, but you're not sure about what's going on through that. And this person runs into here. This person also runs inside. This guy disappears around this corner. And these two run over here and try to get across this fence. One of them stumbles and falls. The one at the far back, he moves here. But he's able to make it onto the main street. He sees you. And he gets up to right here. Actually, no. He gets here.
I think with fear, they only have to move away from you. I don't think you get anything like that.
That's what, with fear?
I think if he's fearful, I think he just can't go towards the person who made he's a fear. But I don't know if there's a check you got to make every section.
He has to use his movement to run as far away.
That's true.
That's why he used all his feet movement. So that's going to end their turn, and now we move back to you, Galahad. Galahad, what do you want?
Oof. Okay, so I can see the fence over here, right? Is it about the same height as the other ones?
You can kind of make it out. You can't really see it. It's further than 20 feet.
I mean, comparing the fence along the wall, does it seem like it gets
you
taller?
You can tell that there's a fence going forward, but you can't tell where it starts. So.
Okay, so in that case, I am going to stealthily move up to the fence,
Okay.
but use it as like a. I cast Expeditious Retreat, so I can move 60 feet with my movement. But I'm going to look. I'm going to use that as cover because I'm guessing I can't move through the fence. Can I see anyone up on the towers or figures or shadows?
You are okay. So right now, at the moment, you are standing on one of the gates, and you're on the inside of the gate, so you can open it if you want.
Okay.
But as far as looking over it, you are 6 feet tall, so no, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Can I? Okay.
You could do a little hop if you want to kind of see for half a second.
Well, I'm saying not seeing over.
Considering you don't have dark vision, you wouldn't be able to see as far as.
Yeah, I understand that. Can I open the door a bit and then look and see if there's a shadow on the top of the tower to see if there's some kind of humanoid figure?
Sure, but the main thing is if you're gonna do this super stealthily and try to like probe around the corner like that with the door, then it would use your action.
It would use my action?
Yeah, because it would take a couple seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool, yeah. So as you peer open the thing, you can see what appears to be like a figure on the fence, but you can't tell whether it's a mage or a regular soldier. You can't exactly tell their exact position or the distance.
It's just a shadow.
Exactly.
Got it.
They're at higher altitude as well, so it's kind of tough to make out. But you can see figures on the
Oh,
wall.
is there a certain amount of figures I can see? Does it seem
I
like
would
so
say
many I
based
can't
off
count?
of what you were looking for, you can actually only see one.
I can actually see two.
So you can only see one.
I only see one.
Because you only opened it a little bit just enough to see the person on the wall.
Got it. Understood.
There may or may not be more people.
That's true. Then, I guess that's my entire turn. I will wait there. While also trying to communicate with whoever I can. I don't know if they're even in the range. I'm just like sending the messages. They're thinking like, where are you guys?
Just sending the messages in case they come into range. All right, and with that, I'm going to move to Andre. Andre, it's your turn. You just watch the guards run over. They're both on the other side of the fence. What do you want to do now?
I think I'm just gonna continue along this alleyway. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I think I wanna end up around somewhere here.
Okay, cool. You could go, if you go straight through here, you'd end up here, or you can go through the outside and end up right here.
Sure, I'll go that way, yeah.
Okay, cool. And what about you, Joyce? Sorry, my bad. Let me go back to Zura. Zura, you are on the main road. Where are you going?
I'm dashing through here.
There's a fence there, so you'd have to jump over. You want to dash through here?
Jumped over it.
Okay, all right. As you run through here and you run through the back alleys behind you, you actually hear. Let me see. You actually catch. Let me see. They would have been looking off in this direction. Running. Yeah, so one of them actually hears you running behind and he turns around. And as you're running, he says, "I saw someone!" And now this guard turns around and you've gotten to about here. And now that you've got dark vision, you can actually see more people on the walls here. And you see one archer over here looking on the inside. He hasn't noticed you, but he has heard the noise. So he is looking.
So, quick question, Abba. So, I'm guessing these archers and guards are not human. That way they can see in the dark without carrying a torch, right?
There is actually torches lit up around the main road.
Got it.
But just not in all the back alleys, obviously. Like right here, there's a little bonfire, right? Like they can
that's
see
good to know
within a
then.
reasonable distance, but they can't see 60 feet like dark vision. They're all humans.
That's good to know. I just wanted to know where they can see, kind of.
Yeah. When Azura ran past, he was within 20 feet. From the back
Yeah,
alleys.
that makes sense.
Made a lot of noise. So, Azura, which one with your action? After you see him.
I don't have an action. That was a dash.
Oh, you use dash? Okay, cool. Then you're good.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made
action?
it. Huh?
Bonus action?
No.
Okay, cool. All right. And then with that, we move to Dorset.
Okay, so I'm going to continue moving up this way, and then I want to go up this alley. I know I might not have enough movement for all that, but like, I just don't want to be right behind the guards. So I want to move up this way and then go up in here.
Okay. You want to go this way? You can move. You can get up here maximum.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. And you just heard Galahad. Now, Andre and George, can you hear Galahad? So Galahad, what message do you want to send?
I will send. You're sending me a message. Got it.
No, you're sending them a message. You were saying.
Okay, yeah. I was repeatedly saying, "Where in the world are you guys? What is the situation? I can't see in the dark."
I'll give.
Go ahead.
So, I'll explain like what happened with Azura and the guards in the alleyway, and then since then I haven't been able to see her, but there's been some noises over that way. I'm going to try and cut through this alley that was forward from where the guard's last position was before they got to the alleyway.
Is there? I can't respond to that. It's just like one way, one, right? Can I say one word?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Mages. I'll say the word mages in
All right,
response.
cool. And
Did
now
I
we go
also?
to-
Did Andre also hear?
Yeah, you can hear it, Andre.
In that case, I will make him aware of the fact that I am right behind him and can assist him with those mages.
I'm
Gotcha.
gonna say that for the purpose of this telekinesis, you guys know where the other one is.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, like approximately what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, word, that's
So,
super helpful.
Now, top of the turn, this guy was afraid of Azura and just kept running up. Oh, no, he would have stopped, so now it's his turn. So he's just gonna move up into this area. He says, "Everyone, be alert! There's somebody here. We're under attack." And he's gonna just stand right here in the middle of this hallway. This guy saw you running past. He's gonna run to the back alley, and he sees you. He's gonna run up to you for an attack with this spear. That's gonna hit. And as he catches up behind you, he stabs you from the back with his spear. As the sharp end gets right into your shoulder blade, he does 6 hit points of damage. This guy's gonna come running behind, and he says, "We found one!" This person doesn't actually see you, because you're still in the obscure area, but he readies his bow for an attack. And at this point, you guys hear bells ringing. You guys can hear bells ringing from the keep. The gates get shut at that same time, and there's a lot of activity around you.
Mm-hmm.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the end of that turn. And now we go up to the top of the round with Galahad. Galahad, what do you want to do?
I am going to use my echo and burn another echo and get to at least there.
Okay.
And switch places with the echo. Now
Wait, where is it on the wall or no?
I can't cast it far enough to be the wall, so I can move 5 feet and then get it to be about right here.
Okay. Well, you know you can also just move and then use the echo. You don't have to.
I know, but okay, I guess I'll move stealthily, try to get towards the wall.
Okay, I just want to let you know.
And cast the echo.
Real quick. There is a torch right in front of you right
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna do the echo thing. I'm just gonna burn an echo. That way I don't have to worry about moving against the torch.
Okay, cool. So you want to end up in like the shadow of the tower thing?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So as you.
But before I do that, I'm gonna turn to Andre and say, I'm gonna relay saying there's a torch. There's a torch here. Watch out.
Okay, cool. As you open the door, the figure's looking off in directions, not able to perceive you. And just as that happens, you teleport right underneath it, and you end up right here.
Okay. And then can I move stealthily up the stairs? Or how can I see at least how tall the tower is, or can I
The
not
tower is
tell?
hovering over you at least 40 feet.
What about the wall?
The wall is approximately 35.
35. All right, I'm gonna move up the stairs.
Cool.
I have
Yeah,
expeditious retreat, so I can move 60 feet. So
Yeah.
hopefully I can make it upstairs and look around the corner.
As you get, okay, well, you have to walk me through it. So as you're climbing the
Yep.
stairs, what do you want to do?
I'm going to stealthily walk up the stairs, like crouching, and have my bow
Okay.
in my hands, ready,
You
or my
happen-
sword. Sorry, my
You
sword.
happen to notice a fire right over
A fire on the wall.
No, on the wall. Yes, I'm gonna show you that. Just
Got it.
before you make it. So you would have noticed it right there.
Okay.
It illuminates approximately 20 feet of it right there.
Got it. Okay. And do I see anyone nearby? No, I'm this close.
Beside the fire, you'd have to get up there to really be sure. Because you were hugging the wall, you wouldn't be able to see what's on top of it.
Got it. Okay. Then, yeah, I'm just going to... Let me see if I have anything that would work. No, I think that is... Oh, wait. I don't know if this will actually work, Abba, but I'm going to ask you this question. So with Minor Illusion, you can make an illusion, right? And I can make a crate and stuff like that. Could I cover the fire with an illusionary barrel?
No, because it's an illusion, it wouldn't actually have real impact.
Got it. Okay, that's fair. I'll just wait there and wait till I have an action again.
Because I figure the same way you can move through an illusion,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like light would be able to pass through.
That's a fair point.
Okay.
I will end my turn.
Alright, so you want to just stay right there?
I don't have an action anymore, right? Because I used...
Yes,
it.
you use it to teleport.
Yeah, so I don't have any more things I can do. I'll end up my action right there and keep watch.
Alright, so you just try to stay there. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Ooh, that's a bad stealth. I only 6.
Okay, cool. Alright. And now we move on to the next person's turn. Andre, you're up.
I'm just gonna move.
You're still invisible.
Yeah, I should be.
Up there?
I don't think I have enough movement, do I?
Let's go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's your movement? It's like 7. Okay, you can get up there.
It's 40,
Unless you
I
dash.
think.
You can also dash.
Yeah, I would just dash if
not
you're invisible.
hit my invisibility.
He could just use his standard action to double move.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
dash.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you wanna dash?
yeah, sure. I thought that would disable my invisibility, but
No, the door is open by the way.
oh
Wanna
yeah,
Dash past it?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So you can get up to about like right over here. You want to do that?
Let's be right at this corner over here.
Okay, cool. Alright, so you move up to here, use your dash action to move nimbly, but considering that you're invisible, nobody can see you at the moment. So you're able to get there. And now you're up next, Joseph. Joseph, what do you want to do? Actually, no,
Isn't it Azura?
Azura, you're up.
I asked a question, but I'm not sure if you answered it. So, Mantle of Inspiration, can I use it on myself? It doesn't say I can't. Bardic Inspiration says I can't.
I'm gonna allow it.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. When you join the bonus that you can spend. Someone's already asked this question. Yes, you can.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to cast Mantle of Inspiration.
Yep.
I'm going to use the reaction to climb to jump this last fence. I know I have to roll, I believe.
Yep. You're short, so roll.
What am I rolling? Acrobatics?
Yep.
That's a 10.
Well, actually, describe to me how you're going through it. How are you trying to get over the fence?
I would like to parkour since I really don't have time to like climb carefully.
Parkour.
Okay. All right. So as you kick off one of the walls to jump over, use your left hand to propel yourself off the left wall, and your right hand to get over the fence, and you're able to just make it across. But as you do so, this guy finally notices you as you come into the light, and he gets off an attack.
I figured.
And it hits.
Yep.
And he uses his longbow, doing 8 hit points of damage. Just as you come across, he notices you, he's ready, and the arrow catches you right in your leg.
Perfect.
Pierces straight through.
So I had 8 temp HP, so I'm fine. This would be the end of my reaction move. I would like to use my action to just full speed run out of here.
Okay, so the tunnel isn't easy. It's difficult terrain. So if you were to move, you would not be able to get through it all the way, but you would get just underneath it. But then they would have seen you at this point. So
Okay.
Okay, just as you're doing that, I just want to let you know that you now notice more enemies. So, let me just tell you exactly what's going on. Here. This guy, I don't have a model for him right now, but this guy is standing up here with his staff. And there are...
But I'm under, right? Like, in the tunnel.
Yeah, and also, you would have just noticed them by glance, but there are now enemies over here. Alright, so you are inside of the tunnel, but they watched you go in. Cool?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's it for that portion, and now we move over to Dorson. Dorson, what do you want to do?
Can I roll a perception check to see, like, if I can tell, like, what's going on over there? At least get some idea, because...
No, there's no way.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's way more than 60.
Yeah, no worries at all.
You can just hear yelling and screaming and people moving about, but you've heard some of the screams from some of the captain guards. But that's about it.
I want to, like, go help Azura, but, like, if I get in there, I might be stuck behind guards if I go into that tunnel, too. Yeah, I'm just going to double move forward.
Okay, yeah, roll me an acrobatics.
Yep.
As you try to climb the fence and try to parkour over it, you actually end up breaking one of the wooden planks, and the wall starts to kind of crumble forward. And it doesn't fall completely, but it comes unhinged enough that it makes a tremendous amount of noise. And as you do so, you actually end up noticing one of the guards who's on this area over here. And he's looking the direction. He can't see anyone, but he just screams, "Hi! Somebody broke the fence on this side. There might be more!" And now he's looking off in your direction.
For sure. All right.
Because you miserably failed that, you get half the amount of movement for that. So I'm going to give you 15 feet.
I'm just going to try and get forward into those shadows then. I know I'm invisible, but
Yep, okay, cool.
less likely to walk.
Or you can get the right over here. Which puts you in the
Totally
shadow.
fine.
Puts you in the shadow tower. And
Word.
is there anything else you want to do?
Am I in range of Galahad's telepathy?
Yeah, you're right beside him.
Alright, I'll just give him updates. Just about the general situation.
Alright, Galahad has been made aware. So, now we go top of the turn. A bunch of them noticed him going in, and he's just screaming, "He's in the tunnel! Don't let him escape!" And he comes down here, and from the bottom of the stairs, another archer appears up here. And this guy appears. I'm going to say that you're inside the hole. This person's over here. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to just say he runs over here where he still can't get good line of sight of you since you're behind rubble. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give him an attack with disadvantage since you're like inside this. This one. Yeah, and as he fires an arrow, you hear it just clank off one of the rocks behind you that you try to go climb over to get across. And this guy's going to run up to right over here. This guy's going to run up to right over here. He's going to dash and get inside. And he's going to see you. He says, "You're not getting away!" And he gets close enough to do that. But you block it. It's only enough to one person to crawl through. So that is that. This guy's going to move in this direction. And this guy's actually going to move across here and there's something else going on. And that's it. Oh, Azura, you can actually also see somebody on this right here. And now that you guys are in range and they're casting it, I just want to let you know that you, Andre, and you, Dorson, are no longer visible. As he slams his staff and casts some sort of detection magic, he's able to say, "There are people here with magic!" And Let me see. How does dispel magic work? Oh yeah. That's right. And he's going to cast it on Andre at level 3. So Andre, you lose invisibility. Jorson, you remain invisible.
Alrighty.
All right. And that ends the enemy's turn. Zura, it's your turn.
Oh man. I look to the guy and say, "You're a little too close for me. I'd rather be a bit further apart." And cast another mantle of inspiration to disengage.
Okay.
And move further through the tunnel.
Okay. Do you want to come out the tunnel?
I'm anticipating that archers will be at the ready when I come out the tunnel. So I jump out the tunnel and like try to like move quickly into this area here.
You trying to get around those attacks? That's not gonna happen. But yeah.
I mean, yeah. I know I'm not gonna get around.
Don't you have like? Listen, guys, throwing a rock is always a helpful solution.
All right, so that's 2 hits for the archers. All right, so 6, 11. So as you jump out, trying to get away from the wall as fast as possible, 3 arrows come flying at you. One of them misses, but 2 of them catch you, and they do a total of 20 hit points of damage. You can remove that, and also the mage over here was preparing a spell, and so now that you are within range, let me just make sure I remember how this functions.
Oh wait.
Alright. Roll to hit. That's 6. That hits. And all right. And just as you come out, this
What type of spell?
Scorching Ray.
Fire.
Yeah, you got fire resistance. That ain't mad at you. So all the flames just come running at you. And then all 3 hit. Oh wait, do you have to roll to hit for all 3? Yeah, I think I do.
Yes.
Yeah, they all hit anyways. And you take 13 hit points of damage. You can have that. That's
Yep.
And yeah, they all nail you at your back. And they yell, "He's getting away!" Keep in mind the decline from here is approximately 20 feet.
Okay.
So if you jump down, you can, but you're gonna have to roll in athletics.
Can I slide down or no?
You could slide down, but it would cost you a total of 15 feet of movement to move 1.
Okay. In that case, I would actually pull out that healing scroll that I have, so I can use that to give me a cure 2 or healing wounds.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pray for a miracle. Miracle found as I gain 17 HP.
Okay.
And then I am going to move and slide down here. My goal is to eventually like use the tree as like cover.
Okay. You'd have to use an action to use it as cover. Okay.
Yeah, I mean I'm not gonna use it right now.
Okay. All right. Well, then
this
you
is
slid down.
15.
You can move an extra 5 feet, so then you end up right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm basically trying to block line of sight.
10, 15, that's 25. You got 30 feet of movement, so you'd be 1 step back. Yeah, okay. I'll allow you to get there. We'll just say that. And now, do you want to do anything else?
I can't do anything else.
All right, cool. And now it's going to be the turn of. It's going to be the turn of Andre. Andre, you are visible. Everyone can see you.
Oh, when do I do it? Don't I go before Andre?
Oh,
Or
sorry,
no?
Galahad. My apologies. Go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. Could I move stealthily up the stairs to this point, and then?
You are going to be right in front of them, so you can try.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to go from. I can't really. A Galahad wouldn't tell where the direction coming from, so I'm just gonna try to move.
Yep. Yeah. And as you move up
stealthily
there,
as I can.
The mage notices you because you're moving up the stairs, and you're moving right by the brazier, so he can 100% see you.
All right, then in that case, do I see him seeing me, or do?
Yeah, you can see. You're within 20. You're within 10 feet.
This is a bad day to die, man. I am going to crap. These towers are 40 feet tall.
Yeah. So you're so what you're on is 35. So it's another 5 feet to get. You can climb up there if that's what.
I am going to. Oh. I have 2 echoes left. I am going to. If I use this as an action to teleport, or no, I have to wait for it, right? Okay.
If you bring it and teleport with it, it would use an action. Unless you want to use that attack thing, then the attack thing will do that. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. So I think that's the best option I'm gonna have. So I'm gonna cast my echo up there and attack with my sword. I'm gonna copy the echo there so you can see it.
Yeah. All right. So you move up here and you attack with it. So roll to hit.
Oh, can I action surge as well to hit again with the longsword?
Sure. Yeah. You can action surge again. Yeah, as you swing across his back, he's able to fend you off as he slams his shield to the floor. He kind of puts up a little bit of a force field and reflects your attack.
So 15. This is
15 hits. Roll for damage.
All right, cool.
And yeah, just as he does that, he thinks your attack's over. You come in with another swing, catch him across his chest.
9 points of damage.
Doing 9 points of damage as he kind of stumbles backwards, and then he uses his staff as a means to kind of propagate himself and stand up.
All right.
And yeah, do you want to do anything else?
I used bonus action, movement. I don't have anything else.
All right, cool, perfect. And now we move over to Andre. Andre, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to have Andre dash for 80 feet movement and just rush up these fucking stairs.
Okay, cool, yeah. As you dash, you make it all the way at the top of the stairs. You still about like 10 feet of movement once you get up here. Yeah, no, you actually still have 30 feet of movement. You got a lot of it. You got 40 feet. So what do you want to do with your turn? You jump in, you attacking?
I'm gonna attack this guy over here in the back because he's not paying attention like a
just
dummy.
to be clear, if you dash, you can use your attack action.
No, yeah. However, I can shield master shove.
You can, sure. You can move up here and use your bonus action.
Yes.
Shield master shove
so,
TM.
Contested strength checks.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
All right, yeah. Yeah, as you do so, you knock him prone, and now this guy's on the floor, just dazed. And is there anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay,
Go.
cool. What about you, Dorson?
What's the distance for those stairs, by the way?
They're 5 foot each, so if you go up there, it's going to be 5 foot for each square. So just a regular square.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start moving up the stairs.
Cool. You can get to about up here, and that's about 25. You get like one more square.
That's. I can get one more square.
Yeah, you can move like this square.
Now
this
I'll
square.
just. Yeah, I'll move to the one right here.
Cool. All right. And what do you want to do with your action? You're still.
I'm just gonna like. Yeah. No, I know.
There's still a fire here, right?
Yeah, there's a brazier, but he's invisible, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like crouch down and like hug the wall, and then I'm just waiting for my next turn.
All right. Cool. Perfect. All right. And with that.
Oh, and
yeah.
I'll relay what's happening with Andre to Galahad.
And I literally am in the middle of fighting. It was like, I'm fighting the mage. Hurry up, do whatever you want.
Word.
All right. And now, as that turn ends, all of a sudden you guys begin to hear the sounds of horses and hooves moving through the street. It's very loud because there's quite a few of them. You've now exited the keep. And they come running through, and they get to about up here. And right over here. Let's see. Since you're such a big ass distraction. a hit. All right, yes. And so as all this action's happening, all of a sudden someone pops in from behind the mage and just stabs him right in the neck, immediately crumping him, and he is dead. It's done so swiftly and so quietly that nobody else seems to notice. And then...
Yeah.
All right. So, as Azura's there, the archers now get a full chance to go take shots at him. And so now they're all going to fire twice.
With disadvantage, I'm assuming, since they don't have night vision.
You are only within...
Well, it's a 20-foot drop too. I'm just trying
It's a
to
20-foot drop, not including
the
the
hell,
40 feet from the top of the tower. That's at least 60 feet from the top.
I done helped you.
What's your AC? You said it's 13.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh,
No, well.
that's two attacks that hit. That's two attacks that miss.
Azure, how much
Two
health do you have
attacks that
left?
Hit again. That's 4 attacks hitting you.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. So many dice.
Yeah, so as arrows come flying at you, a couple of them just whiz over your hair, but some of them catch you in the back. You a total of 35 hit points of damage as they catch you in your back multiple times.
I'm dead.
Oh, you're down. Gosh dang.
This guy is trying to climb through and ends up there the most. So, now, moving on from their turn, this guy comes up here and sees Andre fighting them. And he's going to go in for 2 attacks on him. Andre, what's your AC?
It is 18 question mark. Give me a second. Yes, it is 18.
All right, and he catches you right across the chest. As you finish Shield Master Shuffling the other soldier, he comes up and slices once, and now all of a sudden you were able to dodge the first one, but the second one catches you, and it does 6 hit points of damage.
Cool, I'll eat that.
All right, and
Abba,
now,
turn up your mic a little bit for the stream.
and
Thanks.
now I think that's it for their turn. I think now it goes up to Galahad. Galahad, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm going to I'm going to move my echo up to where I am, flanking the mage.
Uh-huh.
Should be easy enough. 5, 10, and then another 5 feet. That's 15 feet. I think that should be enough for the echo, right?
Yeah, it's more than enough.
And then I'm going to attack the mage again, and then as a bonus action, use my echo to attack without the bonus.
Sure. Yeah, roll for 2 attacks.
All right, so the first attack is going to be me.
Yep.
Why is the first attack mine always suck?
Yep. That
It's like the
misses.
echo's going to do well. Watch. Never mind. We both miss.
Yeah, as you guys both swing, he just literally just drops to the floor like a pancake, and both of you just swing and miss him. And that's it for your attacks. What else do you want to do?
How
Is that it?
badly hurt does this guy look? Does it feel like I just
I mean, he
scraped
looks
him?
wounded. He looks wounded. I can't tell you exactly like how bad, but wounded.
I am going to just wait and attack him again next round.
Okay, cool.
Got nothing
And
else better. I got to take out this mage.
Andre, what do you want to do with your turn?
Oh, give me a second. Is this a fucking bonus action or not? Yes, it is. I want to enrage first of all,
Okay.
and I'm gonna swing first off to the guy I Shield Master shoved. So I can
He would have gotten up now. Because you did it on your turn. They all had a turn, so he used his movement to get up.
Ah, true. Oh well, I'm gonna swing on him.
Yep. And do you want to do both attacks on him?
No, actually.
Okay. What's your modifier? Is it plus what?
It's +7.
That hits. And do you want to roll your second attack on who?
On the other guy, so that is a 13.
Cool. Yeah. As you grab your axe, you swing it straight at him, catching him across the chest, and you do 13 hit points of damage as it almost makes him drop his bow. And you attack the other guy, and you also hit. So roll for damage.
It's a 9.
Yeah. As he uses his shield to try to parry your attack, you're able to get through his defense, and you catch him right in the middle of his armor, but still blunting him far enough for him to do damage. And you do another 7 hit points. You said 9?
Yeah, 9.
9. Okay, 9 hit points of damage. And all these people here is a giant Goliath on the wall, just screaming and throwing his axe everywhere. And then we move to Azura. I'm going to do a death saving throw for you. All right, cool. And with that, we move over to Jorson.
All right. Staying where I am, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself. And then I can't really do anything else, so I'm just gonna keep waiting until next turn.
Okay, all right. And then it's this guy's turn. He's fully climbed down now, and seeing the situation, he casts an incantation. Right over
Whoa, that's
here.
a cool drawing effect.
And now he uses that opportunity to climb down using 50 foot. Then he uses bonus action to dash. So I get right here. So that's where he would be. And at this point, that will be the end of that turn. Now, we go back to the top of the round with the enemies. The enemies have now just seen darkness engulf where Azura's body was laying down on the floor. And all of them panicking, saying, "We can't let them get away." They found out onto the wall to figure out what's going on. This guy climbs up here and he finds the dead mage's body. And he says, "There's more of them! Alert the rest of the gods!" This guy is going to finish coming out of here, and he's going to see the darkness and stand on the edge, and he's going to scream for his friend. And this guy is going to run backwards. However, the horsemen are going to wait at the gate, and they say, "Open the gates! We wish to go!" And they're going to stop right there. He's going to come over here. And these guys are just going to ready their bows for anyone that they see. Now, over here. The archer is going to use his action to disengage, and he's going to run away over here. The mage is also going to use his action to disengage and try to run.
I have 2 healing potions on my person, by the way.
All right, and he's going to run off in this direction. And then he is going to just spend his turn waiting. And now, this guy's going to attack twice against Andre. So seeing Andre just cleave through his archer man and hitting him, he takes him very seriously, and he goes in for 2 attacks. And he misses with both as Andre hits the shield, and now he's focused and enraged. He's intimidated by Andre's aura. And that's it for the enemy's turn. What will you guys do now? It is Galahad's turn.
Listen, I told you I was going to try to kill this mage. I'm not going to let him go. Expeditious retreat. I'm going to move 60 feet, keep that my echo at least behind me. Oh, I can't move the same speed as I can because I have expeditious retreat, right? So
yeah,
it will be 30 feet behind me, right? Because I'll move 60.
Yeah,
I don't even need to move 60.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So this would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can the echo actually be up there? Will that be 30 feet?
Your echo can be up there. Does your echo use your bonus action to attack? It does, right?
Yeah, it used my bonus action to attack.
So you use your bonus action to Expeditious Retreat just now, right? No?
No. Expeditious Retreat, you cast it, and you.
Okay, it's a concentration.
That's
okay,
why
cool.
I have
then,
Warcaster. That way, if I get hit,
no worries. No worries. Go for it. Roll for attacks then.
Like always, the first one's me. Watch this be horrible. 14.
All right. Yeah. As you swing, you're able to catch the mage. Roll for damage.
That's great. All right, damage. So it's 8 plus 6. Ooh.
Yeah.
This
As
is
you
the
swing
worst
at the
day
mage and he
possible,
tries
bro.
to block it once again, you're able to pierce right through the force field and catch him across the chest, and he just lumbers right to the ground, and he's now dead.
All right, and then I am going to bonus action attack with my echo, but he's nowhere close enough to.
No, he
attack the
wouldn't be
other
close
guy.
enough to attack the guy on the top.
So, with my bonus action, is there anything else I can do? Do I have any movement left? I can move expeditiously. It's just 60
Yeah,
feet.
you still got another like 30 feet.
I am going to try to. Can I try? It would be difficult terrain to try to get off to scale down the wall, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to scale down at least. I'm gonna put it down. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna get ready to scale down with tying a rope around one of this.
Cool. I'll.
Is that okay?
No, you use your main actions to attack. So what I will
Okay.
say is you can move to a position, but you can't prep something like that. It takes time.
Got it. All right, then instead of moving, I'm
But
just gonna get
I'll
my
just
rope
say this. I'll just say this.
out.
You already had the stuff ready, so on your next turn you can just propel straight down. You already
Okay.
had it ready before.
So I have it
just-
ready. I'm just going to look at Andre and I'm going to say to Andre and Jorson, kill the guard and get down. We're going to use the rope to get down. We got to get out of here before the horses get out, and I don't think we should waste time trying to get them in the choke point. That's all I'm going to do.
All right. Cool. And now, whose turn it is? It's going to be Andre. Andre, it's your turn.
Alright. First off, he's gonna shout back at Galahad.
No, you don't have to shout. Just mental thing.
That's okay. You can shout in your
I'm
head.
gonna shout
Alright,
back
shout, okay.
to Galahad. I will be right there. I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna shield master shove.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm already strength and testing it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just do it.
Ooh,
You
let's go.
succeed. So this man is knocked prone. Just as he's like intimidated by your oar, you just grab your shield, shove it right into his, and get him off balance. So now he's prone. So if you want, you can do 2 attacks with advantage. So first one with advantage.
Oh.
That hits. Roll again. That also hits. So roll for damage.
Is
Okay,
23.
he's dead. How do you want me to kill him?
Hmm.
He's on the floor.
I'm gonna bring my axe down low and I'm gonna chop both his fucking legs off in one fell swoop.
All right, yeah. Just as he gets knocked to the floor and his shield's above his head, you just come in with your battle axe, cleaving his legs off, and blood starts spewing out. He's dead just from the shock, and as his body just lays there, and you're just yelling.
And now Andre is gonna meet up with Galahad using his little bit of movement.
Yeah, you can definitely jump down here. Okay, cool. And now it's Jorson, your turn. Oh, let me roll the death saving throw. Okay. All right, and with that, that's 2 death saving throws. Jorson, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move up to the edge, and then I'm gonna misty step down to the ground. It doesn't have the exact range for
Down
that.
here or down further down here?
Well, it moves. It does 30 feet. So
Yeah, you could definitely go like to about here.
okay.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Okay, cool. I'll just say right there. Cool. And yes, after that, is there anything else you want to do?
No, that's all I can do.
All right, perfect. And now we go to this guy's turn. This guy, he grabs Azura's body, and he just literally slunks down into the water and lets the current catch him. And he gets to about here. There's going to be no movement restrictions for carrying Azura considering the effect. Now, water's coming, so he's
water.
trying to keep you from not drowning, but that's where I'm going to say you guys are. And now it's going to be the enemy's turn. So, these guys are still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. This guy runs over here. This guy runs over here. As does this dude. This guy's going to fire a shot. Actually, no, he can't see. He's going to have to climb back up. So he is going to come back up here. No, he can get a shot off. He'll get a shot off. He'll get a shot off on Galahad.
All right.
Two, actually. Both misses. So just as he fires both arrows, he thinks it's you, but it's actually your shadow. And he's so confused by what he's seeing that he shoots right in between the both of you, and none of you get hit. And he just stands right there. And he screams, "There's more! There's more!" The gates open up, and the horsemen move out, trying to search for you guys. And they stop right here.
All right.
All right, so now it's the end of the enemy's turn.
So it's Galahad's turn.
Yes.
All right. Galahad will look to Andre and say, "Andre, go down as fast as you can." And then I'm gonna move my echo, start heading down, scaling down the wall. As I jump off, and right as Echo's on the ground and I'm 5 feet in the air, I'm gonna switch places with it. Does that make sense?
So the Echo's going to jump down and switch places just before he hits the ground?
So no. The Echo can move and fly technically, right? But I can't.
Okay.
So the Echo and I can switch at 30 feet. The wall is 35. I'm gonna jump off the wall and switch with the Echo midair.
Okay, so the Echo lands safely and you're still up there. Cool, yeah. So just as you...
No. The Echo goes down and then I jump off the wall and switch places with it. Because we got to be within 30 feet. So as I'm moving the Echo down, I'm jumping off the wall. Does that make sense?
Okay, but the Echo would be outside of 30 feet of you.
No. As the Echo's going down, I'm jumping off the wall. That way, before I hit the ground, the Echo will touch the ground and we'll stay within 30 feet.
Okay, all I know is like two ninjas just jump off the wall and there's like some blurry magical darkness, and all of a sudden he lands with his Echo safely and nobody can understand how he was able to land without an issue.
I can explain it later.
No. I think I kind of understood it, but it's too complicated to play out, so I'm going to just let it happen. You could role play. Why don't you just role play?
Okay, all right. So as I move the Echo off of the wall and it goes down to fly down, I'm jumping off the wall. That way we stay within 30 feet of each other, and immediately as the Echo touches its feet on the ground, I switch places with it, and the Echo starts falling. Because it can fly, it's perfectly fine.
Perfect. And all we see is a dark shadow just kind of land swiftly, and everything's perfect.
And
what else you want to do?
Places. Now I'm going to run my butt as straight towards the water.
Cool. So you can get right down here of this little spot right there. And, that's it for that movement.
Yep. And then, I still have, what's it called? I still have the expeditious retreat, so I can move 60 with normal. And then use that to switch with the. Yeah, I guess I can move 60 feet, right? And this is a 20-foot drop. I can dispel the Echo. That's fine. I'll leave it behind.
Yeah.
So that's 5, 10, 20. So that's 30. So I can move 30 more.
If you've moved 60, so this would have been 5, 10, 25, 30, and then you got another 30 feet of movement.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move up to the water.
Do you want to slide into the water?
No, not into the water. Up to the water.
Okay, you want to stand out to the ridge? Okay,
Yep.
The ridge is right there. There's a ridge that goes into the water. All right, and that's it for your turn. And now we go to Andre. Andre, what do you want to do?
Andre's shouting at Galahad to say less as he jumps off the wall.
Okay, roll me in athletics.
By the way,
had
can I
a rope
react
right
to falling damage?
You have what?
Can I react to falling damage?
Oh.
Like Stone's endurance? I'll
Yeah.
allow it. I'll allow it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
here we go.
Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
Oh yeah, you know it. Swinging
Athletics?
my axe down and everything, bro.
Roll me in athletics. Let's see. All right, so Andre prepares himself and just hops off the wall.
Athletics, right?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, and as he does so, he's able to brace himself just a little bit, but it still hurts him. Do you want to still use Stone's endurance?
Sure, why not?
All right, hold on. Let me just. It's 30 feet. So it's 8 points of damage. As you try to brace yourself for the fall, you still feel a tremendous amount of pain within your joints. You want to use Stone's Endurance to kind of wave that?
Yup.
All right. And as your rage is still induced, you can feel your skin hardening, and you're able to brace yourself just enough to not do any damage to any ligaments. And now you still have 15 feet of movement. So you can start sliding down, but you won't be able to get down all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you're just running across the field, you see the slope and you start sliding down. And that is it for your turn. And now we move to Azura. Let's see. Azura, another death saving throw. All right, cool. Good to know. And now we move to you, Jorson. Jorson, what do you want to do?
I'll move up to the ridge,
The second one? Okay, yep.
and then I'm going to cast Wall of Water to put like a wall of water in between us and the other two, the other sides, and then we can swim through that wall of water just all the way through. And it's 5 squares wide. Oh, sorry, it's 5 feet wide.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so you made a wall of water. I'm going to just let me just draw this onto the map.
You know, just reach my one hand forth and just slowly bring it up
Yeah, not an issue.
as speaking in Celestial.
And now there's a
Whatever
wall
you say,
of water.
Moses.
All right, and yeah, and just as he like clasps his hands together and utters a few words, all of a sudden the water starts to rise up. As like the water's trickling from east to west, it just seems to raise up for no reason and then form this perfectly flat surface as the water's also trickling down on the other side. And now you guys have what appears to be some kind of stable floor to walk on. I think. I don't even know. Is that how that works? I don't think that's how
You
it
can
works.
swim
Oh.
through it, I guess. But
Yeah, we're gonna have to swim through it. I didn't want to presume and say like we walk on the top of it, but
I don't think you go
yeah.
water walking. That's the difference.
No, yeah. So
Okay.
we just have
Okay.
to swim through it.
All right, so that's the end of your turn, Jorson. Or
Yep.
so end Jorson's turn.
That's it for your turn. So now it goes over to this guy's turn. He takes, just as they leave the dark effects, he takes Azura and literally plunges her underneath, and they go floating down to approximately right underneath the bridge. Let me just roll stealth checks. Cool. And then they just remain down here. And I'm going to stop them over here. All right, and now we go top of the turn to the enemy's turn. You guys are underneath the bridge, just to be clear. These horsemen ride over here to go look for the people who are there. And kind of stay posted on. They say, surround the area! You, go back onto the bridge and get up on the other side. And he just rides back across. Comes up to right over here. And that's going to be him for their turn. These guys now catch you guys on the left side, and they say, there's enemies on the left flank. This guy comes running out. And now, this guy's going to shoot at Andre. They're all going to shoot with disadvantage.
Are there any of them shooting at me or just Andre?
Andre. So that one attack hits Andre. And then the other one is actually going to shoot at you. And they both miss. And then this guy just came into range, so he now sees you, so he can shoot as well. All right, a bunch of misses. Okay, cool. Andre, as arrows come flying at you as you're sliding down, you take 12 hit points of damage as you're sliding down. One of them actually catches you in the shoulder, but take half of that considering that you're raging. And that's now 6 hit points of damage. You, on the other hand, Galahad, a bunch of arrows come flying at you. You have a shield, correct?
Yes, I do.
And just as you sense that the arrows are coming at you, you're able to raise your shield in time, blocking 2 of the attacks while the other 2 just come flying across and go straight into the wall of water. And now it's your guys' turn. And it's going to be you, Galahad.
So I am going to ignore the water because I don't want to block my allies and cast my last. Or I got 2 left. Okay, I'm gonna cast the echo one more time across the water and switch places with it.
All right. Yep. And now you've teleported across.
And then I'm tell the others, come on, move through the water. I'm already across. And then I'm going to expeditious retreat, dash towards the point that we on the map. Roughly, I'm just gonna go in that direction of the building to the outside of the back of it.
All right. So you book it. I'm gonna say that you're able to get. Yeah, you were able to get all the way there. And just as you get there, there's somebody waiting there, but they're completely terrified. They say, "What's going on? I heard there's an attack. I have to leave."
We are leaving. Trust me, we're already going across the water.
You get 30 seconds. And he
30
starts to
seconds.
prepare.
All right.
He starts to prepare the camels. And
I'll help him prepare the camels.
you book it across. And now it's your turn, Andre. Andre, what are you going to do?
Andre walks up to the wall of water,
Yep, Natasha.
really commending the team for their plan, but also shouting that he's a mountain giant and does not know how to swim.
So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna jump that motherfucker. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, roll me athletics.
Get a running start, dog.
I'll say you got a running start.
Oof, 26.
Nice.
Okay. So as he's running towards it, he's screaming at you guys, "I don't know how to swim!" And he just fucking heaves it and lumps all the way across. Not only does he make it, but he makes it across an extra like 3-4 feet. And he lands swiftly.
Why does this nigga have meme rolls? What the fuck is
Okay, and he
I
makes
know,
it
right?
across the water.
Like
And you still, I'm gonna say you have about 10 feet of movement unless you dash.
I was meant to be making it to these camels, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
dash.
Yeah.
You dash. Executive decision. You dash. We gotta agree. We gotta just make you move.
Yeah,
Could you imagine Roger's like, I'm gonna take a
getting
rest
the fuck
now.
out of here.
All right, so you want to dash?
Yeah.
All right, you can get to about up here. And now we move to Jorson. It's Jorson's your turn.
All right, I got a question. Can I get a little bit creative with this? Since I'm the only one who's going to use this.
What do you want to do?
All right, so I'm going to get into the wall of water and then use the actual spell that I have to make the water like move me to the other side.
Wall of water, is it a concentration spell?
Yes, I would have to roll a concentration roll.
But wait, your invisibility's gone, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's all gone.
Okay, cool. So what do you want to do with the water spell?
I just essentially want to use the water to make me move across it. Like if it can just like fling me, I can move the water like any way that I want to, as long as the spell is active. So I'm going to use it to just kind of fling me across. Or
Sure,
at least rush
yeah. So as you take one step onto the water, it kind of cups behind you and then propels you forward, throwing you across. And then the water goes back into the place that you had originally placed it, and you are now on the other side. But that would cost you, I'm going to say it's still going to cost you movement. I just added some
that's
flavor. So it costs
totally
you,
fine.
it costs you 20 feet of movement to get right across.
All right. All right, so I still have movement left though?
I mean, yeah, you still have your action. You can do whatever you want. You can dash.
Yeah, I'll dash.
Cool. You can get up to about right over here. That's like about 50 feet. So if I add your 20 to your 30, that's that.
All right, and I'll dispel the wall of water.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and just as you do that, the wall just disappears and comes clumping down.
Hell yeah.
And now that everyone's looking off in this direction trying to find you guys, it is now these guys' turn. And he is going to dash across the water using the current to float off. And you guys actually have no idea that he took them.
Mm-hmm.
So they are gone. And now it is back to the top of the table. They are looking for enemies right now.
Wait, what happened to the water?
The water was taken away. He brought it down so that you can just go straight across. All right. and with that, the enemies who would see you said, "There's enemies inside the eastern side of the gate." And people are just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on because they're so confused. And so these guys turn back trying to find people, and this guy stays here. And we go back to you guys. Top of the turn was Galahad.
we moving. I don't know what
Right.
to tell you.
Right. So there's already camels set up with you guys. So there's already 4 of them, including the one for the rider. So you guys have an extra camel, technically speaking.
Okay.
You guys want to just run on and get away?
We're gonna move. We didn't see them go into the water. We don't
You
know.
guys didn't see none of that. You have no
We
idea
have
what
no
happened.
idea. We
And
just
you
saw this
couldn't have
darkness
You
spell.
can't communicate with them telepathically.
But we saw the darkness orb, right? The
No,
sphere.
you didn't even see that. There's no way you would have seen it. You guys were on the opposite side. So as
We
far
have
as
to go.
Azura is concerned,
We
like
have
you
to go.
guys, he could be dead. You don't even know.
If he's dead or he's alive, we would die immediately if we go over there. Because we have camels and they have horses. We're going. Camels aren't fast enough to outrun horses. So I'm just gonna get on a camel and get ready to leave. Of course, I can't leave when they're right there, right? So I gotta wait till they get over
You
here.
can wait, and then here's what I'll say. If you guys all agree you want to leave, I was just gonna say because you're all going after each other, you guys can all jump on the camels and then get the fuck up out of there.
This goes against so many things. Galahad would leave. He would leave.
Okay, what about the rest of y'all? Y'all trying to get out?
Yeah, we get there and Azura and the other guy aren't there.
No, because they were inside the moat and you guys couldn't see them. You didn't even know that they were under the bridge. There was no communication.
No, yeah, no, I know. I'm just like, I get there and like, Jorson's like, where is Azura?
Yeah, so as you arrive, you notice the person who appears to be your liaison. He's there. He's discombobulated. He's already unhitching all the camels, ready for them to go. He says, "We have to leave," and you do not see Azura there. Neither do you, Andre, when you guys get there.
Oh, okay. So Galahad's gonna say to them. I don't know where Azura is, but you said she left on the other side. So let's circle around that way as we leave. Maybe they're running in that direction. We can't go directly back to the castle. We'll immediately die. Come on. And I'm just gonna try to lead us like in a really semicircle in this direction.
Yeah, and as you guys are trying to make your choices and make your decision, you guys hear the sounds of like galloping and moving all across, including some of it on marble, not marble, but like on stone. You guys can hear the horses all about.
We're just gonna wherever the liaison tells us we need to stealthily move. I guess this direction. Then we can't cross the stone.
So you guys want to leave? Because the liaison's trying to tell you guys that we have to bounce.
I'm saying I'm gonna leave.
Jorson?
Yes.
Andre?
I mean, I don't trust this camel to support Andre, but I want out of here.
Okay, don't worry.
Andre's gonna run alongside the
camels are actually very, very strong. So
they are very strong and huge.
You guys jump onto the camels, and immediately you guys start booking away from the scene. Thankfully, you guys are far enough from the keep and outside of their like normal range of vision to be noticed. So you guys are able to leave. You guys are able to leave the short village without Azura, unfortunately. And let me just kill this music because it feels like we've been fighting forever.
I know, right?
That shit was crazy, bro. I did not expect things to go down that way. Let me see here. Okay, cool. So as you guys begin to gallop away and you start to leave the city of Tyr behind you, you recognize that one of your teammates is also not with you guys as you guys are taking this ride. And as you arrive far enough to feel like there's no longer anyone behind you, and the person you're with starts to seem less agitated, you guys get a moment of respite as you guys are moving forward. Oh, fuck. Did I just fuck this up? Yeah, I think I fucked this up. Give me a second.
Whole thing just crashed.
Is the stream still there?
Yeah.
Do we?
All right.
Okay,
We're good.
Yeah, we all just panicked right there.
No, we're good.
We don't know what to do with this. We
I
never had this situation.
I'll fix it. So yes, now that you guys have finally left the outskirts of the city and a little bit of quietness has sat in, you guys are now riding forward. And he says, "We will have to get off the main trails. Should they send a search party for us, they will most likely go through these areas. We have to go off trail now."
All right, let's move.
Yeah, and as you guys are taking in the landscape in front of you, you start to realize that you guys are heading away from plain-like area towards what appears to be a mild desert. And you guys are moving forward towards your objective, but taking rather a large detour. And I think that's where we're going to end today's session. Because that shit was crazy.
Woof. That is insanity. What just happened?
Yeah. I'm going to reveal all the other stuff probably next session about what happened.
So, I know we can't probably know if Azura lived or not, but can at least Azura's player know if his character lived? Or does he have to wait?
Yeah, so I rolled the death saving throws.
Yes.
And let me see.
We don't have to know, but at least the player might be able to know, right? I'm trying to make it.
Here's what I'm saying. I
viable.
think Azura wants to see what happens in the next episodes. I can't guarantee Azura's still alive, but they definitely want to be present for next session.
All right.
Unfortunately, Azura is unconscious, so I can't tell Azura, and they may have drowned, they may have died as a result of their wounds. We don't know. Honestly, that escape looked like it was going so well, and then for some reason, you guys was like, "I'm gonna go on the main road," and I was just like, "Oh my god!" Right after an explosion, come on, B, don't do this to me.
Why would the captain of the guard spend so much time talking to somebody when there was an explosion that happened?
Well, technically, the only problem with this is it wasn't an explosion. It was a cloud of colored smoke and screaming.
Right. All they heard is that they were under attack, and they just saw you, who was out of uniform, just stumbling around. So they were confused.
And suspicious.
And also, yeah. And so that's why.
I don't know. I'm not...
And two of them were going to leave, but one of them was like, "Yo, who are you? I've never seen you before." And then once he asked you about, like, who's your captain, all that stuff, you started fumbling. I was just like, whew, okay. Then it escalated from there. I just didn't expect y'all to go through the front door. If you guys don't go through the front door, you got to have, like, a good cover story. You got to...
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going through the front door. I was trying to take out that mage.
This guy was going to try to drunk himself all the way to the barracks. I was like, bruh.
Dude, he got really shitty fucking deception rolls, too.
That's also true.
Yeah, he got 2 5s at the end.
It was a bunch of negatives in the way. It wasn't just one thing that made it bad.
Yeah, well, you guys, yeah, there was a couple things, but, already your positioning was pretty decent. You guys were on the left side, which had less people. And then also... 3 of you went one way and then 1 person went the other, and I understand why, but I was just like, whoo, nigga, you. That shit was crazy. But yeah, you guys will see what happened next episode, but it'll be really interesting because Reyes did a lot of crazy stuff to try to get you out of there.
I know.
He did. Reyes is the only chance that you had, plus those death saving throws. So hopefully Ava rolled better than you did on those deception rolls.
That dude's a G. We need to invite him to our party.
Yeah, Ava, make this non-playable character a human being.
Because honestly, the way
Sammy, I know you're watching the chat, so go ahead and work on your masculine voice.
But yeah, that's it for today's session. For everyone who was watching, for those of you guys who want to jump into the VC, you guys can jump in now. But for those who were tuning in, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was the great escape. They finally made it out of the city.
Finally.
But I'm okay. We'll talk about this off stream. But yeah, anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, we'll be back in 2 weeks for yet another session.
Same time, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, listen, guys. As far as like this whole thing